Alright, hello everyone and welcome. It is time for I'm No Rookie episode 31. And we are going to do something wonderful. We're going to play finally Metal Gear Solid on PC, 80%. Fury and I have been talking a lot about it. My name is House this year, your coach for today, and Fury is the rookie.
Hello.
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Everything fine?
I'm good. Yeah. Nice weather.
Wonderful. Alright, everyone can hear us, everyone can see us. That is the important part. So let me quickly change into my own game as well. And then if you're ready, I would say we can go to the selection screen, new game.
Yep.
Wonderful. And then let me quickly start the timer as well, as it is customary. And we start by selecting easy, of course. So just go on and do that. The first thing we want to do is we just hold X to skip the cutscene. And then when the code comes up, we press escape to close it again. And then if you want to stop the game, press F3. With F3, you actually
pause.
Yeah, not just start. With F3, you stop the IGT. That is important for the PC version. If you stop the timer here with F3, you can still open the menu with just hitting start or escape. But this is important, for example, if you need to change something in control options, always press F3 first.
Okay, yeah. That's actually really handy, because I would just press start naturally.
Exactly, yeah. Some people may forget that, but that's all fine. So we are playing Metal Gear Solid, and as you may have heard in the beginning in the docs, we want to try to farm as many alerts as possible in the around 2 minutes time that we want to go on. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna unpause and show you how we actually sort out the guards. We have 2 guards here in the beginning, and what we want to do is we want to go next to the box. So I'm just gonna show you the way. Let you go to the left here, crawl underneath, and then walk up to the top right. Just being at the box here, and you see the guard. The guard is just bypassing here.
Yeah.
So literally just follow that and try not to get an alert. If you are too close to the paddle, there'll be an interruption. We just take it bit by bit here. There you go, and just set F3. Right. So in this position, the right guard is already all the way to the top, and the left guard is close to you. So I would suggest that if you want to do it correctly, just try again quickly, because the setup is quite well once you understand what we need to do. Let me show you first what the intention is. So on my screen, we see now the guard is on the right side. He's going to sneeze. Oh, let me also go into my game. So when he sneezes, we can go up to him and then choke him out. That will take care of them. And the other guard is just following along. And now we're actually in this sort of cycle mode where we just try to get away as quickly as possible. It may be difficult here. No, and then we're in the evasion timer. And that's what we want to reach.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can start the session again. That's fine. That's the cool thing about PC. The intro is very quickly to set up again. Exactly. So just hold X, and then go with the codec. And hop on over. Exactly. You don't need to do the turn. It's just what I do. Go to the box and wait there until the guard sneezes. Then you can walk up to him, and then start choking him out. Yeah, that's another issue. Just wait until it stands and then start mashing. There we go. So F3 again. What just happened right now is that the guard didn't alert on you. It's perfectly fine. You can do that as well. Just take care of the guard first and then start the alarm cycle. And what the guard is now doing in your case is coming from the left. He's going to see you, and then you should be making a turn straight up around the left side box. Just making all the circuits here happening. So let me show you again on my screen. I'm going to get the alert. So this guard is going in the evasion. We need to wait, of course, until it's gone. And until it's roughly at the 10 seconds, I can just go in here, throw him over, so he'll be lying down. And then I can make my way up.
Okay, yep.
I'm not going to ignore that quickly and just going to help you to get your start. And yeah, there's no game audio from my side. That's perfectly fine. I mean, I could maybe turn it on a little bit quieter. Because we're always back and forth. So yeah, you see the alert. He's in invasion time. You just wait at the top here, to the left, for example. You can lean against the box. And then roughly at the 20-second timer, you can knock on him so he follows you. So knock now. There we go. And then once the evasion clears, perfectly. There we go. That's looking very well.
So I'll pause it.
And now just wait at the box there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was exactly what you need to do. When the
That's
evasion
good.
clears, you can start again, perfectly fine. And then what I suggest is always going counterclockwise. So you just went through the puddle when there was the evasion. The guard should have heard you, and then he will investigate. You walk down to the puddle, and you can just stand to the right side of the box there, and then wait until the timer is low enough. And then once the evasion is cleared again, you knock. You can also knock beforehand. Some interesting thing with the guards with the investigation phase. So as soon as he stands at the puddle, he'll be like, "Where'd he go?" And then he will be like 20 seconds basically ignoring any sounds that you make to help you get away. So you can start knocking on the box as early as possible if you want.
Okay. Yeah. As long as the alert comes up after the evasion's ended.
Exactly.
Cool.
Always keep in mind that you want to have the evasions go down all the way. So lean against the box. There we go. You be at the corner, that's fine. And now start knocking.
Oh.
And you need to keep knocking or else he will walk away. That's what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Now we'll come from the top, so walk up next to him, or just wait until he comes around the corner. Both is fine. And you just walk up to him and throw him again, or as you did, just go away. And as soon as the evasion is cleared, he'll be just standing where he last saw you. That's all looking fine. Just start knocking again because he's going away. Ideally, when this evasion thing starts, you want to make a noise, so the guard will stand at the source of the noise. Be it here in this puddle, for example, or you lean against the box and then make a knocking sound by leaning against it and pressing the action button. Just like that. I think you figured it out now.
Ah.
And then you can do one more and then go up. Just go up all the way to the top of the level. Because now we have reached the Jerry blasting. Yeah, let him see you first. That's fine. And now make a run for it. The problem is, yeah, he's gonna follow you all the way. So try to go around the corner and then throw him down and then hide somewhere in the corner. So the thing is, you will lose a little bit of time here in the beginning now because we only have one more credit. Yeah, that's fine. So we just need to get the basics done first. And it's perfectly fine that we lose a little bit of time here. So you can wait for example in that corner here. And then as soon as the evasion will clear, we actually see that the elevator comes down. So my suggestion is that, I don't want a word, that we do it one more time. And then both of us will continue after this. Okay? Oh wait, actually one more thing. Sorry. Before we do that, just to make sure that you understand how the elevator works. So we need to be at the right side of the elevator and then knock, so the guard will actually investigate only to the right side. Because as you saw right now, he was going down to the left and then walking right, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
If you
some
do
of the
that, perfectly
things,
fine.
but...
Wonderful. Then I suggest we just restart one last time and then we're gonna move on, because this whole thing needs a little bit of introduction with the guard AI and everything. And I think that if we have that, or we should be good to go. That's the box. You don't want to alert the guy that's in the left. You want to alert the guy first that's on the right because it's easier to take care of.
Yeah. Let me just...
And yeah. That's fine. Like you can, like the guards, where they don't even attack you that directly. You can just, for example, walk into him so he definitely sees you. So stand entirely still and then start mashing the attack button. And because it's the easy difficulty, it doesn't matter that he hits you. You can just move on after.
That puddle again.
It's fine. As soon as we got that locked down, we're all good to go. So I just want to make sure that you definitely have enough alerts. We aim for 5, 6 is better, and then anything past 6 is
Just extra.
unnecessary but cool to get. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let me just see your start again.
That's better.
Yep, that's good. Lean against the box, for example, and then knock, so he definitely investigates you. Or do it like that. Yeah, that's definitely good. So the guard will come from the top now. If you would have stayed to the left of the box, the guard would come from the left and made it a little bit easier to get away. But yeah, that's fine. As soon as you start with the cycle, There we go. Now you're in the evasion phase. Now you can knock against the wall, for example. So he investigates you. And then you can hide around the corner. And as soon as the evasion clears, you walk down on him and throw him again. Or walk away. Both things work. Alright, I shall continue with my cycle as well, I guess. That definitely looks good. But if you're here, you can just wait and make a lot of noise until the guard says something. So he will find you. It's perfectly fine if you think like you don't get enough. We'll show you later some tricks for backups, for alerts. So it's just to tell you a little bit about how the guards work and especially how you can get this start proper. Alright, we are going to be at the blasting credit. So after this, I just go up here, go to the elevator right side. Just go up there, it's fine. So the thing is with the credits, you want to basically leave as soon as the blasting credit arrives, so you don't waste any time. Press F3. Just wait for it, and then I'm going to catch up with you and then quickly show you what I mean with the elevator. You know it probably, but the problem is you want to start the next segment as well. So let me go ahead first, explain a little bit, and then you can follow me again.
Yep.
Right, so we have one more cycle here, I think. You can see on my screen how many alerts I have. I'm currently on 4. That's totally fine.
Yeah, I'll have to set that up, the VAR viewer.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Again, I'm showing you how you can also get other alerts in other places. I'm also getting ready here now for my elevator. So as you can see, leaning to the right side here, you've probably seen it in a lot of races. And then the moment you need to knock is basically when the bottom of the elevator is on the level of the pouch that Snake has, so around his hips. You can just like knock 1, 2, 3 times, maybe. The guard will definitely notice you. So again, it's this moment here that you can see on the level of his hips. Knock quickly here and then just move away. And then we can sneak after him. And that's how we can do that. So you can continue with that. And I'm going to let the game talk a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you need to make sure that you're on the far right enough or you will knock in the air. Okay, just leave the codec on text, so you just need to press X once if you're in the codec. Skip this. Exactly. Skip this, and then just press 1 button so it doesn't continue talking. And then watch my screen again. So we're going to hold X until the cutscenes are skipped. Gonna press escape again on these codecs. That's back and forth. That's 3 times that we do. And then on the last time, it is key that we skip not by holding X, but X and square, or in your case with the Xbox controller, on A and X. So the attack and crouch button.
Okay.
What's important, this cutscene here, if we were to hold X, we were just crouching while trying to move on. But if we hold also the attack button at the same time, we're going to choke the air. But it allows us to also hold the direction directly. So I'm going to hold now X and square. This, there we go. And I can immediately start walking up. So just follow up with that point and then press F3 again. And then we're just going to continue with the next part.
Snake your radar.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? It's totally fine. Just press F3. And then I'm going to show you the next part. So the good thing is you have also your save games. So we're going to use this for this practice run. You can just reload the next segment when you're on again, the heliport, and then you can start walking right away.
Okay.
Because the timing here is kind of key. We want to have the guard that's coming from the top right, once we hit the viewers here, to be away from us. So what we're going to do in any percent is grab 2 weapons, because you may have heard we have this cool weapon switching trick. And we're going to grab the chaff first on the helipad itself, and then walk to the left to grab the stuns. And of course, it's also key, as soon as you have your weapon in the hand, you want to equip it with the hotkeys. For the chaff, that's the 9, and for the stun, that's the 8. So I'm just gonna show how it works. I'm gonna keep walking here. Just hold upright until I'm on the side here. Press 9 to have the chaff and move to the left. Just straight lines here. Walk around, press 8, and then on this border here, basically, just before I leave this room, I want to throw that very same stun grenade.
Okay.
Because that will be the exact timing, so we
So on,
automatically
like, the
are
frame
low enough. Yeah, we are exactly low enough so the guard that's following us will not hit us. We basically just walk around him, and then the guard that we need to get out of our way in front of the vents will be stunned from the stun grenade. So because this is a little bit tricky here and you need to follow it through at once, I'm also going to load the save and show it in full motion. So there we go, we're up here. I'm walking up, just holding up right so I'm in the center. Holding left, equip the chaff with 9. And as soon as I have the stun in my hand, I press 8. Now throw, as soon as I leave this room, and then hold up. And then the stun will pop, and the guard of the vent will be down, and then I can just crouch in and move on. You wanna give it a try?
Yeah, let's go.
Wonderful.
I think I'll reload, just so it's...
Yeah, reload just to have the timing right. If you're later, it can be that the guard comes from the left or from the bottom right, and if you time it well, he will always come from the top right. So, no problem with that. Just give it another go then. Yeah, hold up right. Center screen. There we go. Just hold left then. That's good. Then quickly 8, and then attack. And then a bit to the left. You can align yourself basically with these small boxes because that's exactly where you need to go, and then crouch and go into the vent. Perfect. And then move on to the next area. So again, perfect. F3. Just wait for me here. So exactly, we're in this vent here, and there's a Cody call coming in. And thankfully, being on PC here, we can take the call early and also skip it as early as we can. So as soon as we turn around the corner, there's 2 field buys that will have an alert. And the third one, when that alerts as well, that will be the moment that the call will come in. So we will have actually that as a key moment to accepting the call. If we want to be frame perfect, we may never see the call coming. And then we can just hang up on Master Builder as well. So let me show you quickly. So we go around here. 1, 2, and then there's the third. Call's coming in. I'm just pressing escape and get out of here. And then I suggest we just move on to the tank and go all the way.
Okay.
There you go. That's the third coming in. And for now, it's just, going through the vents. Super easy. As soon as we reach the end of the vents, you can wait again for me, and I'm going to explain the next move here in the tank hangar.
To say there's a bit of proper lines you need to take here and there.
Yeah, actually, that's cool. You don't need to be perfectly straight ahead. I like to do that because, I don't know, it just looks better. But you can also be a little bit on an angle. You still have the same speed. So just reach the end here. Going to wait for you to catch up.
Yep, there we go.
Perfect. So, tank hangar, there is a guard coming up in the middle, going straight into the elevator. And of course, we want to take that elevator as quickly as possible. So what we're going to do is, we have the chaff in our hands, and we want to throw that at a perfect timing. So I'm going to go step by step, reload it again and show it in full motion, and then hopefully you can recreate it. It's very easy. So we go out of here, stand up quickly, and then, oh, we messed it up. I had the stun in my hand, not the chaff. So, just to make sure I'm going to save quickly. Promise we don't have save states for this route where we have the stuns in hand. So I'm going to just quickly save the game here and reload it. So we have the tank hangar. So there we go. Going out here, I have the chaff in my hand, standing up, taking 1-2 steps. And that's roughly the moment there you also want to start cooking that chaff. So you stand up, walk, 1-2, and then you hold the attack button. So you already start cooking that chaff on your way.
Okay.
So you hold it here, go left, and throw it against this box. And ideally, you do it in full motion, so the guard that's in the south here will actually notice you, and then investigate to the right of the box. And you have all the time in the world to go into the elevator and do it again. So just press here. If you need to, press twice. Perfectly fine. And that's how we do it. I'm going to show it you now quickly in full motion. So going here, calf, standing up, 1, 2, cooking, left, keep walking. That's fine, it happens. As long as it's on the right side, it still works.
It's like, yeah, as long as
and then
it's
we
on
can move
the
on.
box. Okay.
Yeah. Ideally, you want to be at the box, because it's much closer to the guard. But you can just go on into the elevator and then take 1 down to go to B1. The cells.
Okay. That might be a little bit too early.
Let's see it. Go, then up you go. Should work though. And there you go. Total panel, press 1 down. It's not MGS2 where you press
Yeah.
up.
I also have to get
thinking
used to
play
it
that.
being circle. Or it's,
Yes. Yeah, and circle as an input to confirm. Exactly. So we're down here in the vents, in the cell, and that's all good and well. So again, tank hanger is something that you get used to after just doing it a few times.
yeah.
Not really too much to explain on easy difficulty. On extreme, you want to be very clear in your movement. You want to be very precise, but this is easy. It's very forgiving. As long as you do make a noise, everything's fine. Now, then let's move on to the vent glitch and how we get to any percent here. So we just walk down to the cell, and since I'm a nerd, I try to make some shortcuts happening here. Using my D-pad to go down and then tapping my Windows keys so I can move in not diagonal lines because that's faster. I'm going to be here on this line on the floor as you can see in crouch and just tap on my D-pad up and left so I make a quick turn here. So my legs are already in the vents, but I'm not into the camera. If I continue on, I'd be like this, and that would of course not be good. And if I go out, you can see I'm almost not there anymore. So when you come down here, just basically like this. As long as the kneecaps are in here, you can even be a little bit higher, but this is roughly where you want to align yourself. And then to actually perform the vent glitch, we just go first person with Y, look up, and then when we let go of both, quickly press X, and then hopefully we perform the vent glitch and go out of bounds. So just like that. And try to recreate that. Yes, James, and the colors are a bit different because we're playing 2 different versions of the game. I'm currently playing on the GOG release, and Fury is playing on the Reddit release, and we're also both using different renderers, so I'm using software mode, and he's using the hardware mode going through the GPU. Yeah. So, if you want to get out quickly again, I can show you a slightly better alignment for the vent. Yeah, just get out here, stand up again. So you see this white line also in the center floor.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. No problem though. Everything's good. I'm just gonna show you again. Just gonna save the game here, and then load. It's a very easy trick. If you want to be really fast, you follow this white line here. So going down, that's perfectly fine. We don't need to be here. And then, as we can see, I'm gonna walk a little bit here between those lights.
Okay,
We want to line
yeah.
ourselves roughly with this white line. So when we walk forward, we're here, let go, and then almost perfect. Maybe a bit higher, but you get the idea. Walk up to here. And that's basically it. So we're very center, and that makes it even easier for us to be in events. Going up and then
Okay. Yep.
perform the vent glitch. There we go. Minor detail, if you want to be really fast, you align yourself a little bit better like that, but for the beginning especially, don't worry too much about it. As long as your kneecaps are in this vent, just perform the vent glitch, and you're out of bounds. And now we basically just look at the radar here. Go down, left, and then up left. We want to be standing almost at the door here. So right outside here. And then we just hold right and move on. So I'm gonna wait for you to catch up. And then we have cut basically 20 minutes out of the run. What's cool is with this out of bounds, some of these areas don't even have hitboxes. So if you see, for example, where the toilet is, where Johnny would be, yeah, you can just keep on walking to that. And then just hold right, and then you're in. We want to hold X to skip the cutscene. And then we just walk to the bed here. So what we want to do here in this room in the beginning is very simple. we basically want to alert Johnny, and we give him a little scare because Johnny again has a cold, and he would fall asleep for 40 seconds. So when Johnny gets his stomach rumble, he's gonna leave the room. We're gonna hide ourselves under the bed at a certain position, very easy to see, and then we're going to basically pop out of the bed as soon as the alert starts. Very simple timing. Gonna show you how it works, and then we move on to the second half of the first time we're here. So we're just gonna continue here. Wait outside of the bed first. I can crouch already if I want to. You can even lie down. Just don't go under the bed yet. And there we go. As soon as basically he starts moving around, we can go under the bed. Doesn't matter anymore. And we want to line ourselves basically like this. So the window in front of us, and this is why I am glad I now run in software mode. We can see this very clearly here. We want to line the top half of a window with these diamonds. Right, that's roughly where we want to be, because then we'll be under the bed, but also we have the option to go out of the, I guess, hidden state of this bed as early as possible. You can even look down here. In software mode, you don't have any filter here, so the texture will be very clear that we have this little T here, and that will be showing us that we are perfectly aligned. So we have this call coming in. And then when Johnny comes back, I'm going to show you quickly when we want to start walking again. We just need to hold up on the D-pad. Nothing else. So going through these 4 diamonds from left to right, the 4th one, that's when Johnny passes the 4th one, that's our mark. Right here. If he comes along here, we'll be under the bed for long enough that he will alert. But we want to clear the alert as quickly as possible again to continue on with the script. So once he passes this 4th diamond, we just hold up, and then it should be that Johnny alerts and also D alerts at the same moment. There we go. So I'm just going to start here, a pause, and then let you have the honors.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing?
Go under there then.
Got out again. Yeah, you seen you were underneath too early. I'm not sure if it works. Just quickly make a save state. Just a save game.
That's it. Okay. Wasn't letting me save there.
Yeah, the problem is when characters talk, they will basically prevent you from doing anything. So just go there. You can, yeah, as soon as you lean against the bed, you will look up and then you just hold X. And then what you want to do is you don't hold down after that, you hold forward, so up first, so you lie fully down and then go backwards. And that way your feet will be in first. You can start now. Perfect, just go down underneath the bed and align yourself with the window as described. Roughly like that. Should be good. Yeah, that's a problem if you're not in software mode. You want to move back actually a little bit. It's better that you see more of the diamonds rather than not. For example, like that. That looks good. So there's a call coming in. Be ready to just skip that again. Wonderful. And then when Johnny comes back, remember, from the left, the 4th diamond, when he passes that, that's your key to move up. You can wait a little bit longer, just to give you a little bit of space. Because if you start moving too early, it will fail. So let's see that it works. Perfect. And then you just pause. And that's basically how we prevent Johnny from falling asleep and wasting 40 seconds of a run. Super easy.
Yeah.
And then the second half is also very easy to execute. Johnny will walk around from the right to the left and back to the right. And then we're going to get called into Ocelot. So we want to actually make some noise so Johnny doesn't sneeze. Because if he yells at us, that's a little bit faster. Saves a few frames over him sneezing. So the basic idea is we're just going to move on here, walk to the center, and Johnny will sneeze in the corners of the room and when he bypasses our back, basically. So I'm just going to punch, for example, here. Then he will yell at us. And in the corner. Punch, punch, kick, that's totally fine. You can alternatively also lean yourself against here. Knocking. Same thing. And for the left corner, I always do that as soon as he starts moving from the left corner down. That's my cue when I want to make noise again.
Okay. As long as he doesn't sneeze,
So,
right?
exactly. It's not too bad if you mess it up. Totally fine. It's only a few frames in total. But of course, you know, we want to know about these things. So just play ahead, and as soon as back again to the right, I'm going to quickly show you how it goes, and that's very well.
Shut up! Shut up in there, will ya?
Yeah.
Shut up in there, will ya?
I think it's better if you don't constantly do it, but I'm not entirely sure anymore. Again, we're talking about frames here, but that's just the way it is.
Shut up in there, will ya?
Looking all good.
Shut up in there, will ya?
Perfect. So just F3 quickly.
Snake, it's showtime.
That's fine. Okay, so we're moving on. What you need to know is basic. Just hold X. There's 2 cutscenes that we want to skip, and then we want to press the give up button, which in my case would be tab, I think.
You
I'm just gonna follow along.
win.
It's showtime.
Yeah, select.
And there we go. That was framed perfectly,
Had enough.
as you can see from the camera angle.
So you're human after.
And the cool thing is you don't need to pause the game when you come back, because you can literally just wait that out.
I promised.
Because we have like roughly 2 minutes that we need to wait.
Okay.
I'll have my fun with her.
As soon as Johnny leaves, I ask you to pause the game, and then I'm going to show you how
Hope you can
autocom
still
works.
look at yourself
But that's
in the
super
mirror,
easy.
my friend.
Okay. If only we could skip this cutscene.
Indeed. The funny thing is, if you go through the torture and actually endure it, then you can skip the cutscene of Arsenal. But if you give up immediately, he'll be like, eh,
She took my
I'm
clothes.
talking to you.
Nice.
Sadly, it's not worth it, really. So again, in this room, we can, for example, start telling you a little bit about the double punches, how it works. Because we need to waste time anyway. So later on in the fight with Liquid, I'm going to try to explain to you the infinite loop. I'm going to show you how the setup works. We can try it out. And of course, I'll also go back to the standard one for beginners. It's also totally fine. It's very learning intense. Don't worry too much about it, but of course I'm going to try to teach you the basics. So basically the rhythm for punching here is just tap tap, tap tap, tap tap, tap tap, tap tap, tap tap. And if you get a feeling that you actually are double punching here, looking very well. Basically look at my inputs, how often I'm tapping, and that's the rhythm to go for. Alright, looks good, looks decent. We also have a drum track that we have in our sources. If you want to listen to that while keeping the rhythm, that's also fine. And remember to pause the game now because autocom is coming in. So, Johnny on my screen is currently running out. Autocom is coming in, and you want to be definitely at this door here. You can be anywhere else, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, I'm here," but it only continues if you're actually standing at the door. So just stand here, perfectly fine. Then when he comes in, just hold X again, or A in your case, so we skip the cutscene. And then the following step is a little bit, not time intense, we have a lot of time to set it up. I'm going to just quickly go through with this. So we have the cutscene here, just hold X, he's walking away. And now how do we set up the escape? It's very simple. You walk towards the door, look up, lie down, go a little bit down maybe, and then just hold left on the D-pad. Now we're perfectly angled, so legs are going through the door without us actually leaning against the door. And now I'm just gonna go with L2, equip the catch-up by holding up twice, going out of the menu and then pressing the action button. And then once the catch-up is out of our inventory, I'm going to equip the level 5 card again, no, level 6 card, and going unequip it again. So let me show how it goes. Hold the menu, up twice, catch-up, so it spreads. Once it is away, I'm going to menu again, card, and then with L1 unequip it. We want to have this basically on our last equipped. So just try to follow up with that. I'm going to show you the second half of this escape. Hey JJ, thanks so much for the subscription.
Hey, I'm here.
So there's the man, the legend, Autocom.
Oh, jeez. He's coming back. See you later.
That's the same.
Wait.
Lean, walk up to the door, lean, crouch, look up, so you lie down. And now just move to the left with the D-pad, so your legs are literally through the door. Menu with L2, equip the catch-up, let go of it, then press the action button so you spill it. And once the ketchup leaves your inventory, you press L2 again, equip the card, and unequip it with L1, and pause. That's the whole setup, really.
Okay.
And the
yeah.
reason why we do that is because we want to interrupt an animation here. So when Johnny comes in, the door opens. You're just gonna press Shift to stand up again, or the A or X button on our controllers. Because when we stand up, we literally will be behind Johnny. We can just start mashing right away with the choking. And as soon as we basically see that Snake is going to turn his arms around to have the animation start where he lets go of Johnny because it's dead, we equip the card quickly with L1, and that will interrupt that animation. It will be a little bit faster. And then I'm going to pause again because the next setup will be a little bit tricky. So we're going to take this bit by bit, basically. Just going to show it again in motion. Johnny will see us. He will go to the door. We hear the click sound. We need to wait roughly 2 seconds. And when the door opens, it's just standing up and starting mashing. There we go. And then equip the card, as we see, and that will allow us to move away as quickly as possible. So just follow up with that, then we can continue.
What the hell?
Oh, well. That was a bit early.
Yep. This works. It's working though. It's working. That's fine. Just wait around the corner. Go up, a little bit up. Okay. Wait for him. I think you need to make a move. There we go. Okay. And then equip the card. You see in the animation, it's really lengthy. It takes a lot of time, and I think it takes 1.2 seconds less to cancel the animation.
Okay.
But yeah, the basic idea, as you see on my screen, is you stand up, start choking right away, because you will actually standing behind him. And you can even wait longer. If the door opens, that's not your cue that you need to go. You can also wait just a little bit longer to make sure that you don't miss the window.
Yeah, it was a little bit
Only
too early
move
there.
when the door's open. That's totally
Yeah.
fine. You get used to it. It's just a little bit practice, but once you get it, it's like flowing like water. Right, let's stop your screen. And then I'm going to show you how we get away here with the dress up skip. Again, this is a little bit tricky. I'm going to show you how you align yourself really, and then just see if it works for you. There's 2 different ways how we can accomplish this. The problem is I can only show you once, because if I load the save here, I would need to go through 3 minutes again of gameplay. The saves here are sadly not before autocon and after autocon. The saves in this room work sadly only coming right out of torture. But I will show you a lot of setup, and then hopefully it will work for you. So we have the stun in inventory, and we have the chaff. The respawning keys are 8 and 9. And in order to skip the dress up skip, we need to shuffle between those 2. The cool thing is, you only need to basically tap the second key. So you hold the lower number of the key, always. Just hold the lower one, that would be 8. And then tap 9. Doesn't even need to be very fast. So I'm going to show you on my screen now how it looks. I basically will just tap, 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 tap. That's all we need. And I'm actually starting even before I reach my box, because these inputs will be buffered. And as soon as we equip our box, we have again our weapons in our inventory and can just move on through the cutscene. So basically I'm just walking up here, already starting to hold 8 and tapping 9, and then align myself. And the line that we want to take is basically up here. On this basically cross. To the right there's 2 white panels, and on the left there are 2 dark panels. Then we just want to hold upright, and that will be perfectly the corner that we want to take. We want to basically cut this corner like this in the square. The square that I'm standing on is basically the corner that we want to take. So when we touch the box, it should be roughly at the bottom right. And then again, just constantly holding 8 and tapping 9 will be the perfect angle to just leave the room without ever going behind this whole thing. So we need to not dress up. There's a second way that also works. If you go up here to the side and walk up here to the right. That is for some people a little bit easier, because you walk up to here and then start moving to the top right as soon as you have the right cue. Personally, don't like that much. It really comes down to preference. So what I always do is, again, going back a little bit, as soon as I leave Johnny here, I already start tapping. So I'm just holding 8 and 9, and then I can fully focus on getting the movement right. Going up here, and then leaving. And I was pressing the wrong buttons, because I was pressing 9 and 0. What a glorious failure. So you should have done 8 and 9. But yeah, that's basically the science behind it.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
Again, this is a trick that actually saves us around 8 seconds. totally worth it for the time loss that we have. And yeah, just gonna let you help. Maybe go first to the cross that I've shown you.
I actually don't have any of the grenades. Funny enough.
That's perfectly fine. Again,
Oh yeah.
when you
Yeah.
yeah, it will be buffered basically. So just align yourself with the corner that I shown you.
No,
Just
that
stand
was.
No, go back, go back, go back. Oh, you were going right away for it. It's no problem though. So this trick again really works best if you saw a few videos of it. I have an entire guide of that. For this purpose right now, again, it saves only 8 seconds. It's no shame when you start and don't get it right away, but you know, to help you understand how to proper set it up again, as soon as I choke out Johnny, I start immediately holding 8 and tapping 9. It doesn't matter that they're not in my inventory. They will be as soon as I touch the box, and it will actually seamlessly transfer over. And then just holding up to the direction that we were going.
Yeah, I'll have to look at
Prominence
some
again.
videos for sure.
Yes. Again, this is a little bit advanced, but definitely worth it to practice. And again, yeah, just holding upright basically at the right point. In the square basically, and then just hold upright. That would be it. And then you will just move out of the room without ever changing clothes. You don't need to do anything. Literally just holding upright and then do an 8 and 9. You can do that right now actually. That's a cool thing. If you're in this direction, start tapping and then let go of your D-pad. And you will see that it will actually continuously move. Changing weapons. You see, it's not even that tapping intense. You don't need to be that fast. It just works. Alright, so let's leave this behind again. Takes a little bit of practice, but to keep this stream sort of condensed, and we're just gonna move on now. And the next part is the armory. So let me show you how that works. There's actually multiple versions. I'm gonna show you like 2 or 3 of them. So we're just gonna take the elevator, go down here. Press twice, of course, if you need to. In my case, I need to. And go down 1. Right, I'm gonna quickly save here, so I have a save with the stun in my hands. And then, basically, we only need to do 2 things. There's the guard right here at the elevator, to the bottom left. We can alert on him, and then throw stun so everybody will be stunned. That will leave the elevator open. Or we throw him without alerting him, and alert on the second guard. Throw stun then, and then we have the problem of the elevator needing to open in time, so the guard that's at the elevator won't alert on us. The easiest way, especially for beginners, is what I'm going to show you first. The no alert version. Very simple. So what we basically just need to do is, I'm going to show you here. Throw the dude. Walk down here, wait at the corner. Go down. And it's important that you don't walk just straight down, because you will immediately walk into the field of view of this guard. You just need to delay there for a little bit. Going into the room.
Yeah.
Basically line yourself with the roof here, and then hold upright. And if you're here in this center part, just in the center here, just hold up. Go to the PSG1. Go back. You bottom left here. And yeah, alert a little bit. So I don't I don't do that usually. But if you were to go out there without any alert, you just need to walk to the right, wait for a guard to pass, and then go to the elevator without any problems. So I'm trying one more time without any alerts. There's a thing, if you have a weapon in your hand and you throw a guard, you can immediately equip it again. That will make it a little bit faster. You can tell that I don't do this version very often. This is what we need to do on the consoles, because we don't have much else. There we go. You can also just tap that here. And you see this guard coming down here. He needs to bypass us. And then it's literally just a walk in the park, going to the elevator, pressing it, and leaving the room. So I would suggest maybe you want to try this one out first. See how that works. And then we can reload the area again, and I'm going to show you the other versions.
I should make a save here.
Yeah, once you leave the elevator, make a save, please. So just walk down to the left. Remember to unequip a weapon or can't throw them. Very well, re-equipped. And that's what I mean, right? You need to be a little bit careful. Not to walk around there too early. Then exactly what you need to do here. You see on the red bars, there's a little bit of leeway on the first line of lasers. It's not too difficult, but the second one is a bit tighter, so you definitely want to be center underneath the PSG1 box. So just continue, do it again. Looks good. Go to left. Wait a little bit. Now go left.
Oh, well.
There you go. And yeah, you were right on that laser, as you can see. What really helps is align yourself with the bottom on the floor. This cross of the cross section. If you then just hold upright, you will be automatically correctly aligned. Mm-hmm. Wait a little. And go. So you're a bit... Yeah, there we go. Just hold up and then upright. That's fine. Just hold upright.
Ah, here they go.
Okay. Yeah, you were a little bit too far. You really can... On the cross-section, you see the cross-section of the floor tiling. That's where your head should be roughly, and then you just hold upright. It doesn't matter if you're slow here at first. What's important is that you don't alert. For beginners, I think this is still the easiest way to start. And then the advanced stuff, I would try to show you. You can try it out and see for yourself. Well, this is what I would recommend trying to do at first. Lie down, up, and then upright. Try again, that's fine. Take your time though. Up, and then right. That looks good. Okay. Now hold down, and then you can hold to the left a little bit with tapping. Yeah, it looks very well. And then just stand up, go out, and go to the elevator. That's it. Because the guards will actually be out of your way for a long time, so you can take all the time you want. Just make sure that you don't have an alert. Cool. All right, then I'm going to show you a different version, okay? So the second version is where we alert on the second guard. So again, we go out here, quick throw that dude, and then walk into his line of sight. Throw the... Not a chaff, you want to throw a stun, sorry. My bad, we want to have the stunner in our hands. There we go. So there we go. We want to be a little bit to the right here. And then as soon as we basically throw the guard, we let go of the stun, walk out of the room, and go. So that's basically the time frame that we need.
The fastest rat.
We throw the...
I guess.
Yeah, this is also the fastest one. It's a bit risky, but it's the fastest one. You just throw that dude, go down, alert on the second guard. As soon as you throw him, also throw the stun. Just walk straight through the lasers, grab the PSG1, and get out. Best is that the guards will lie in the door, because that will keep the door open. So you can move out even faster back to the elevator. And you really want to make haste, because you want to be at the elevator as quick as possible, so the guard that's staying here isn't waking up before the elevator comes in. I got very lucky here, as you can see, and what helps is to go into first person in front of the panel, and then go up. If you stand in front of the panel while there's still an evasion time, it won't activate if it goes away. But if you stand in front of the panel and hold first person, if you let go of it once the alert is fully cleared, then you will automatically be able to use the panel. So let me show you that one more time. Again, making sure that I have the stun equipped. Quick throw. Alert. Throw. Walk through. And I'm always trying to be a little bit to the left here. Switching over and then go to the panel of the elevator and press. Can be that you need twice. If you time it well, that's perfectly fine. On easy, this guard to the left will usually look left first. Can happen that he looks right. On the higher difficulties, he will most likely look right. And that's why I'm going to show you a third version after this, which works on all difficulties. But that's the basic idea. You know, you throw the first guard, go out to the second, walk into him so he alerts, throw the stun, and then grab the PSG1 and go right back to the elevator, basically. Cool. Again, I'm going to wait here. I had enough time to wait, and can just activate the panel. Now, it's your turn. So make sure that you have the stun in your hands. Perfect. Quick throw.
Oh.
Walk into the guide so you alerts. What you can also do is to just throw the stun anyway. Doesn't matter too much. You will automatically alert with the stun. Never tried that, but it's definitely easier if you're quick enough. That's why we need the quick throw as well. So the guard will definitely walk in front of you. That looks better. There we go. Throw. As soon as you throw the guard, throw the stun. Yeah, because that happens then. That's a problem. You need to throw basically the stun right away after the guard has been thrown from you as well. Don't worry, try again. Maybe equip the stun, make a save, so override this, and then you have the stun automatically equipped all the time. Just an idea. Okay, looks good. Walk up, and then strike down again. There we go. The guards are in the door, as you can see. Stays open. Go to the panel and then press the buttons quickly. Very lucky. And then, oh, there's the thing. This guard in front of the elevator will walk first into the elevator. Of course, not right now when I want to tell you that this is the case 90% of the time.
I got lucky.
You got very lucky there. So usually with this version, when the elevator door opens, the guard will stand up and usually walks into the elevator to see what's up. There's a chance that he doesn't do that, but it's very rare in comparison. So when the door opens and the guard stands up, you still want to double punch him and kick him after that,
Just to give
so he
yourself
stays
time.
down.
Yeah.
Exactly, that gives you enough time to use the panel and get back again. Maybe try it once more, see if it still works for you, but just to see that you can do it. I think you have it already doing well for you. So this is also the same version that we use in all bosses, for example. Careful. Yeah, okay. That's the problem with the timing and your life being right now very low. It's, if you were with higher life, again, that's what I say. Make a new save quickly. Just heal yourself, equip the stun, make a save, and load that save again. We have absolutely no issues with rations, don't worry. Was something wrong there? Ah, there we go. Yeah, just setting up. Yeah, let's go. Now, just in case. You know. Usually you're not that low on health anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens. There's also a difference between any percent and all bosses. Like, the situation is the same, you need to grab the PS2 one as quickly as possible, but in any percent the guard will be the second one exactly. There will be a slightly different position. That's good. Alright. There you go, yep. Trying to go blind through here is a bit tricky, but you made it look very easy. And yeah, that's unfortunate. You got lucky again, but unfortunately the guy, you were standing a little bit too close to him, so you want to try to be as far away as possible from him. Probably like one snake width away. Because his punches and kicks are very, you know, they have a very long travel distance.
Yes. I keep unequipping.
So if you... It's no problem. If you're too close, that's the thing really. He will see you because you just basically move into his hitbox. With some practice, you will definitely know the game better and will be like, oh yeah, I can actually keep a decent distance from him without anything else. Okay, that's weird that you were low life again, despite healing and making a new save. Let's try one more time and then we move on to the third version. Yeah, see if that works.
Nope.
Ah, it's fine.
I'll try again.
Yeah, try it.
That's not better.
Ideally, you don't get hit at all. I mean, that's the idea.
Yeah. I think it's just the
Good.
timing on chucking the stun for me. Like, I gotta chuck it straight away.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah, again, that's just practice and solidifying it. So usually you want to press twice, and then just TPK, and then you want to be really far away. You were still too close. Totally fine though, because you executed well and you used the first-person view. That's basically how it goes. It's a bit risky, but I think it's like up to 2 seconds the fastest version still.
Yeah, I think it's just
Alright.
the timing on the stun throw. Making sure it's done
Exactly.
immediately after the cancel.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna show you the third version where we don't need to worry at all about the elevators. For that, we will alert the first guard, try to run around the second one, then throw the stun. Because if we alert to the guard that's close to the elevator door will stay open. It's almost the same principle,
Just like
but it's tricky.
MGS2.
Yes, exactly. So the thing is, though, the first guy we still want to throw, because if we don't throw him, he will shoot out after us, and the guy that's coming from the bottom will also shoot us, so we're very quickly dead. We need to throw this guy basically when we're right into his hitbox. So that's the moment where he will alert anyway. But then when we throw him, do a quick throw and move him out of our way. So I'm just going to show it straight away, and I think you're able to pick it up again. I will do it multiple times if you want to. So there we go, going on here. And already botching it up because I need to unequip this grenade. What a teacher I am. Let's try again, sorry. Unequip. There we go. So I threw him basically when I was inside of him. And then I should have walked around him, but it's totally fine. And as soon as I turn the corner, I can move on. Now I'm going to equip my chaff, and you will see he's here. And I have all the time in the world to throw a chaff also. That chaff is key, because the guard at the elevator will not walk into the elevator, but instead walk to the left where I threw the chaff. And I have all the time to go up here and use the panel. So there's two factors here. We alert the first guard by walking into him and then throwing him. The second guard, we can tank the damage, uneasy at least. But ideally, we want to try to walk around him, quick throw him, and then... Then once we grab the PSG1, we walk all the way straight back in line. We have a little bit of time. The elevator is open, we don't need to press anything. But we also want to throw a chaff just to be sure. So the guard at the elevator will be distracted. So let me show you one more time. I'm gonna go down here. And I'll already butchered up. That's what I mean. Muscle memory takes over sometimes. Because for half a year I was doing the one version, and then now I'm trying to do the other one. There we go. There's a timing where you can walk around this second guard so he doesn't shoot you. In this case, I completely butchered up. But it's the thing, really, because the second guard here will be stunned and we don't need to worry about the elevator. It's perfectly fine. And the timing we want to throw the chaff is when he starts getting up. That's just the right timing so he doesn't see us and he doesn't walk into the elevator. I still want to do it one more time just so you get the idea, but that's basically the third version. And that's actually the version that I prefer on Extreme, because on Extreme, if you're fast enough, you don't even take damage. And it will definitely take away the anxiety of having the door not open in time.
Yeah.
Alright, one more time. Stun. Ooh. Keep walking. Yeah, okay. I need to practice as well to walk out of the side from this guard. But the basic idea is, you see, ideally they don't shoot you the second time, but it's, I think, also a little bit more robust. That was maybe thrown a little bit early. And you can see here, I was almost a snake width away from him and I still hit him. I could just walk in here and then that's the timer done for usually, but I got seen from the other guard. Oh well, whatever. So if you want to try it, you can. If not, that's probably fine. I've shown you already 2 different versions that also work well, so up to you if you want to give it a try. I think I need to be walking much lower first before I go to the side. Yeah. I think though the third version is a little bit easier on you if you're not fast enough at the elevator, because the door will literally just stay open for you. It is on average a little bit slower than the second one. But
Fell down the trap door.
That can happen as well. Yeah, if you get shot there, you stand just for enough time so you'll fall through. Good. There you go. Now chuck the stun. Basically, when you turn around the corner, that's when you need to throw the stun. Equip the chaff. There you go. Just stand to the right of him and then look left. Throw the stun again as he's standing up, and then move to the panel. As you can see, we'll just take a stun. The chaff pops if you'll be distracted, and then you can use the elevator.
Nice. That one's a little bit more complicated to me.
It is.
Just because...
But once you're used to that, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it though. I've shown you 3 different versions. Start with the one that you feel most comfortable with, and then you can expand it later. Because the second one, again, is the most risky, but less complex. And the third one is more complex, but less risky. 2 and 3 are usually the fastest ones, and the no alert version, you can be almost as fast. There's a slight alteration if you're moving out of the lasers really quickly, but for beginning, really, I would suggest try to do the no alert version or the second one that I've shown you, and then see what works for you first.
Yeah, that's...
All right. Now let's move on. There's not really much more left anymore in this run in terms of complexity until we hit the next boss. So I would suggest you can probably just walk after me for the next one. So we literally just walk through the canyon. There's a little bit I need to tell you, but not much really. So you can basically play along with me. Alright, as soon as we're here in this canyon, we need to hold just up and left, so we're on the left snow track. We want to be in the center position, really. So we're right here.
Okay, yep.
Just holding up left, being here in the center, allows us to bypass all of these claymores. And as soon as we're at the end here, we want to hold up on the D-pad and then tap with the arrow keys. Or you can do it entirely with the D-pad, I prefer the arrow keys, to go in this weird feathering motion. So we're not just holding up left, which would be slower, but being in the middle of it, switching back and forth. And we want to make our way here to this grenade. So just try to follow along.
Oh.
Up left first. There we go. You can adjust yourself with the arrow keys, and then there we go. Just tapping and tapping. That is actually faster again as compared to just holding up left. On console, we have the full 360 movement, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Don't need to do that. But here on PC, we need. And then we just go all the way back to top right. The same motion to grab the second ammo box here for the grenades. And then move on. And then we can pause for a second.
Whatever. Bit weird.
That's fine. Exactly. As long as you got the grenades, it's all good. Right, so when you're new building, quickly start, please. Sorry, pause with F3. I said start, I'm sorry. See, I did it myself. So, nuke building 1, I'm not going to show you the risky version, that's for later. I want you to do just the basic version. Super simple. So what we're going to do is we don't need to equip anything, but as soon as we are past the gate, we can only hold chafs in our hands to move fast. That's what we want you to do right away. I always just equip the chaff here. Doesn't make much difference later on. And as soon as we go through the gate, we have a call, we cancel that, and then we move to the top left. I'm going to show you the first half, and then you can follow along. And then I'll show you the second half, and we should be done in a minute here. So just, again, I've already chaff equipped. Just walking up here. Standing in front of this gate, I'm just going to crouch. And as soon as I am in the next scene, control will be taken away from me. I get this call, and I can move up to the top left here. Just walk between those two rockets here. Totally fine. And move to the top left corner to grab the chaff. That's the first half. So just follow along. Yeah, very well. You're not just going diagonal, but actually feathering. It is slightly faster. We're talking frames here, but it definitely is worth it. And there we go, that's the chat box. Alright, so the second half is super easy. You see in the top left corner of my screen, there's some decks. That is the guard that's standing in a way to go to the elevator. And what we can just do is, since we're here, we will walk to halfway the stairs, wait for him to turn around, walk up to him, throw him, and then just move on. It helps definitely if you do a quick throw, so just as soon as you see the animation start, re-equip again the grenade with R1, and then move on to the elevator. So looks like this. Walk it down here. Go into the center. And you already turned around because I was a bit slow. Throw, re-equip the chaff, and then move on to the elevator and go down 1. So, try again. Your turn. You can do that as well. You can also throw him down on the railing. Works all the same. Even if it's a little bit further to the right, also doesn't matter too much. It's not that tight here. And there we go. So, just gonna go ahead. If we had any health issues, these health issues will be gone after this room, because we're gonna not fight Mantis, but still get the rank up. And And then we're moving over to the cave. In the cave, we'll get some out-of-bounds sections, and you definitely need audio for you, because we need to count some steps. There's also a version that we can do where we don't need to do that, we just go in first person, but I'm going to show you the version that should be right, and that is the out-of-bounds section. So just follow along with me, and then I'll explain the out-of-bounds. There we go, got the rank up. And on 8%, we don't have mantas to move the shelf away from us, so we just need to walk along. It's all good. You want to be a little bit to the left, as you would be at the rating, but it's all fine. Alright, so we're in the cave, and what we want to do is we want to go down to have the door open on us. And then we also the right starting position. And then we're going to perform our first GME, really. This GME that we want to do will be crouched. So, I'm going to go down here, doors open, I'm going to crouch, and then press 0-9 in quick succession. So, 0-9. Now the GME is active, we can stand up again, and now we just need to count our double steps. So Snake will always go tap tap, tap tap, tap tap. Each of these double steps will be 1. And then there's a very simple counting pattern. I personally go down 1, and then go down right 12, and then again down 12. And my counting pattern is actually, I say the number first, then the 2 double steps happen, and then the next count happens. In my case, that would be 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 12 down. If you're not sure if you're going to hit the door, if you're looking down right now, you can double press triangle to stay in first person, and then hold up so you walk forward. Because now, if you are in triangle first person mode, you basically are tank control. So see, I'll just walk 1 step and I'm already here on my way to the door. And we want to be to the left of this ration here. But again, if you do it right, you don't need to do any of that with first person. You just go down 1, down like 12, and down 12 again. I would suggest to you in the beginning especially, just do the first 2 segments and then go first person and walk in first person forward. Because that way you can just go here. And I got a code. That's never happened before. Honestly. That's why why the medicine is an item in this game. So again, going here, crouching, 0-9 for GME, uncrouch, so stand up again, and then just down 1, down right 12. Basically, as soon as we stop the lantern moving. That's roughly the cue that you also visually have that you have counted correctly, and then you just need to hold down for 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And because they're in GME, you can't hit the trigger from the door from behind, so we need to lie down again. So just hold A or X, and then hold once, so we actually lie down. And then we go through here. Again, for beginners, I suggest do the first half, just so we align to the door, switch to first person view by tapping triangle twice, and then hold up so you move forwards towards the door. So, follow along. Stand up again, and then there we go. As you can see, you now are wrapped around the level, and you can just hold forward. And as soon as you see Snake not moving anymore, you know the edge of the door, and then you can lie down and reactivate the trigger again. That's the first one. The second one, thankfully, is super easy, and this can be very quickly explained. So we do the same thing again. We walk down so the door opens, and then we also line perfectly. Crouch, 0-9, so we activate the GME. Stand up, and then we just go down right for 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we lie down to get the camera back again, and you see we're just above this door. Then we can just walk through the door, and we're good to go. This one's much simpler, so just follow along.
Yeah, there we go. It's just
If
getting
you
used to the
notice that
double
you-
steps.
Yeah, you get used to that super quickly. If you are in the second half and you notice you were not right enough, you just need to walk up again to wrap around the level once more, move to the right a little bit, and then go down. But if you did it just like I showed you, as soon as you go through the door, hold down, and then go bottom right for the 7 double steps, you'll be perfectly aligned and don't have any problems.
Okay.
Alright, so we are in Tower A, and now the chase begins. The introduction of the chase is important because there's a little cutscene that we want to do, and there's again GME that we want to perform. This time though, we're going to do a quick one. So 09 while standing, there we go, and then pressing 3, so we're in the grenade. And now, in this position, we can't use any of the shoulder buttons. I'm pressing them furiously, you can see it on my screen input state of work. If we want to change anything here in this state, the so-called GME1, we need to go first person first. And now I can use the menus again. Not important here. This room, we literally just go in here, again, GME, and then switch to the grenade. We don't need to change anything anymore. And what we want to do is the next part. Walk up, and as soon as we turn the corner, we start cooking the grenade. Just cook it. Go towards the door. Door opens, let go. I sadly had it a little bit too long. I would suggest when you do that. Okay, that's cool. I'm just gonna quickly reload the level. So again, G-me and 3 for the grenade. Walk up here, and what I suggest you do is you do it a little bit later. So not right away when you turn. Roughly a few steps in, then start cooking it, walk towards the door, and let go. It is important that the grenade lies on the other end and that we didn't pass through the door yet. Because that way we get an alert and skip the cutscene that comes if we were to walk through the door without an alert. Gives us a little bit of head start, which is not a problem. We're in GME, we're also in God mode, so we don't take any damage, but it definitely saves time to skip the cutscene. And then we literally just keep on moving. Grab the stun, grab the rope, and keep on up. I'm gonna show you also a little bit how to be more efficient in walking up. But first let's do the first start. So, follow along. Then 3 for grenade, perfect. Walk up. Again, walk a few steps first. Start cooking. Stand in front of the door. Let go. And then keep on moving now. Okay, now pause. So, walking up this tower, you can just hold left. If you just hold left, you will not stop. You will continuously move until you're at the very top. If you want to be a bit more efficient, you want to do a slightly variation of that. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to hold left on the D-pad and use my arrow keys to hold down. And every time when I just bypass a corner, I'm going to hold down alone and then quickly press left again, so I have down left. So the succession only around the corner is basically holding down. So I have a very tight turn and then start holding down left again. And once I'm halfway through these stairs, I just hold left. Because on the second half of these stairs, if you hold down left again, you would lean against the railing. I'm going to show you that, explain all the mistakes you can do. But so go here, hold down, and then hold left. So we will turn around quickly. Down left. Down left. Letting go of left. Down left. Letting go of down. Down left. Letting go of down. And that way you're much tighter on your movement and you will save a few frames and up to 2 seconds if you're really good. Alright, then just follow after me, and then we're gonna come to the Tower A top. There's really not much to explain again, this is PC version, we're in God mode, so literally just walk up. Yeah, that's what happens. If you're a bit too early, can happen that you lean. You can do it rather later than too early, but it definitely helps if you get the rhythm down. A little bit of advanced movement, but again, for later, if you want to reach those 38, 37, or even 36 times, you want to have all the seconds that you can squeeze out of it.
I actually don't think some of my num keys are working, so...
Oh no. Maybe you need to check the options so if everything's set.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're on there, but for some reason they won't.
Oh yeah. Also had to explain one more thing. Again. So if you
Now
just
it
hold
is, now
left
it's
on the
working.
numpad. Ah, perfect. There's one more thing that I failed to mention in the beginning. Of course, I explained that when you're in GME, I'll just walk on. If you're in GME, you can't use your menus. The same thing also happens to your interactions, so you can't use the action button. You need to go into first person. My problem is why I didn't remember that quite correctly is because I always do in the start of this level. I do have 3 interactions. I press 0, 3, and then I for first person. And I failed to mention that, so you would need to do 4 interactions in the beginning. 0, 9 for GME, 3 to switch to the grenade, and then press I for first person. Or just the Y button. And there you go. You can just go up there. Alright, wait for me. I'm going to show you quickly the next out of bounds sections. So again, what I should have told you in the beginning of Tower A, press 0, 9, 3, and then first person.
Yeah.
So when you reach the top of the tower, that you can use the ladder right away. A little bit of error on my part, but that's fine. Just try to remember next time. I'm gonna tell you once you do the full run. Alright, so we want to walk up here, so the door opens, and then I'm going to do GME versus version 2. So that means crouching first, 0, 9, standing up. And then what I need to do is just look on the radar. I can take 2 double steps to the right, so I'm like this, and then go all the way to the top. If you're on hard or extreme, you need to count. That would be 6 double steps, and then go 2 double steps to the left again, so you're in this position. And then you can just lay down. That will skip a few cutscenes and also enable the next one to be skipped earlier. And what you need to do next after the cutscene is you hold down X and L2, so you open on the first frame the menu. You need to then switch over to the rope and just hold forward so you go as fast as possible to the next section. So I'm gonna try again. Gonna come back quickly here. Again, we go to the door so it opens. 0, 9 for GME phase 2. Stand up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 to the left, and then lie down. Holding X and L2, so after the cutscenes are skipped, I'm directly in the menu. So as you can see here, holding X and L2, and then just moving to the rope. After that, I can just hold forward, and I automatically go to the rappel sequence, which I want to right away because I want to follow up first. There we go. And then just follow the radar. You need to lie down fully, so X and just left holding. There we go. Perfect. You just held X and L2, go to the rope, and then you just hold forward. But wait for me, I need to explain the next part because it's going right away.
Pause that.
So, in this moment, you would just hold forward and immediately start the next cutscene, and then we do the rappel sequence. Rappel sequence is not complex, but you need to go in the counterintuitive directions. So, let's see that it works. In this moment that the helicopter passes you, you need to hold down on the D-pad and A, or X on the PlayStation. So you do this precise jump. Then the codec call comes in. Again, the cutscene plays, the hind goes past you, and you just need to hold down an X so you are in the first frame to jump down, else you won't be on this girder. So I'm gonna skip that. And then, if you're on this girder, super easy, you can just hold the buttons. You just need to walk down left again to be in the middle, down right, so on your right side. Let's do that first, and then we move on. So I'm going down left here, going here on this position, not all the way to left, but where basically this vent shaft is, and then press down left again to jump to the down left side. I went a bit far. If you jump to the down left, where I told you to, not where I did, you are in the center position here, and you will be basically on this cross section. Now you jump down right to be on the right girder again. So you see, there we go. Now we're the right girder. We walk down that girder all the way to the bottom. And then at this corner again, jump down left. So we're in this girder. From here on out, we just walk down there and then continue down. It's really important that you go to the left girder, the right girder, and then the left one again. And after that, it's no cross girder, so we just do the basic holding down and mashing X, basically. So just to show up one more time. This cutscene plays the entire time we hold down and X. Right, so we really, first frame that we have, jump down. Just hold it. There we go. Podic should come in, but this is already the next version, so we just continue. Down left here, down right here. Continue walking. Down left here. Keep walking down, take the damage, that's fine. Jump down left here. And this it's only holding down an X. Totally fine. You want to make sure that you're on the left half, of course. Because if you're on the right half at the bottom, you don't proceed. But, you know, you automatically go here. And that's the repair sequence.
Okay. Let's try it.
Okay. Alright. That can happen, that is unfortunate. If that happens, you just need to move on and try to be on the gird as long as possible. That's one problem really that can happen, that the hind will shoot you and you can't continue. It does not happen that often. I would suggest to save one more time and load one more time to try again. Just so you get a feel of how it would be if the hind would not hit you. It's unfortunate, but it works if you continue. Unfortunate again. So you definitely need to jump. You can't stay there. You definitely need to jump once more. It can happen that if you go bottom right and the hind hits you, you still continue. It's lucky then. Or luck and being no fortune. It's just important that you try to go to the girders again. Right moment to jump. Good. And you didn't hold bottom left. You had something else. That's why this didn't work. And you should have just walked down that gird. That's fine. If it doesn't work out, as long as you walk down these girders, that's perfect. You didn't hit that one, so I would suggest in this position just keep on walking, because you see how slow you are now. It's really these cross jumps all the way from the left all the way to the right that allow you to be quickly on the girders. But yeah, so try one more time. Yep.
It's getting the hang of it.
Yeah, absolutely. With a little bit of guidance, it's really simple. Get the hang of it, and then you just perform it every time.
Trying to go over to the right.
Alright, come on. This is the one. Again, just hold down here, down left, jump down left, and then the next time jump down right.
Ah, yeah, there we go. It was almost.
Yeah, you were a little bit too early with that jump. You need to go a little bit further down on that first girder. In that moment, I would jump to the right all the way, so you try to go on the right girder. Try one more time, please. We've all the time in the world. little bit too far, but that's fine. As long as you're down here. And yeah, you should have jumped down right. I don't think you had the right input there.
Yeah, no.
That's fine, keep on. Yeah, if you don't have momentum, you will literally just be there like a sponge. That happens.
Just waving his legs out there.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where I definitely had some a paper next to me with some notes, just so I know the directions. And again, if you do it like a few times, you definitely have it in you. It's super easy in the end.
There we go.
Alright. Yes. See, this is what I mean. You can be shot, but you can continue.
Oh.
And then... I don't think you held the direction correctly, but that's fine. Just move on now. Yeah, this is where you would be landing. I suggest we move on from here. You got the intent here, and then just get to practice another time. And there we go. So as soon as you're down here, just pause. Because ideally, when you end this segment, as soon as the cutscene stops, we do the following. Oops, I need to click into my game. So we just hold the menu, go up to the card with holding up. So L2 and up. Let go. Do GME. And then move on. Because we want to have the card on us so we can go for the door, of course. And if we perform the standing GME again, we can't use our menu. So we need to open, as soon as the cutscene lifts, the menu, hold up once on D-pad, go to the card, and then go into the GME. Walk past all these guys, go to the left, grab definitely this stinger. We need that for later. And then we move on to the door. And that's the walkway. There we go. On console, you need to time it with a stun and walk to the left and the right to evade them. PC, no problem. You want to make sure that you enter the door basically to the top, so that you enter the door where it opens first. That's a general tip. Anyway, you will get used to when these doors open in which direction. Just so you know. Alright, so we're gonna skip the hind. Console, we need to go all the way down, go all the way up and stuff like that. PC, we again just do a very small out of bounds segment. Super easy though. We're gonna grab these grenades, so we have 12. We definitely need all of them. Oh, wait, we have 11 because we used one. We need all of them for Raven later. So don't forget, we need 3 packs of grenades. 2 in the canyons. There would be one in the new building in the top left, in the bottom left corner. And there's one here. At least you need to grab this one. So we have the 11. We walk all the way back to the door so it opens, and then crouch for GME phase 2, 09, stand up, and we walk up here basically to where the cross section is, and hold left for 4 double steps roughly. It's not too complex. As soon as you stand up here and hold left, you see you will fall down, and you see the shadow in the snow, and that's when you can just stop. Once you drop down here, lie down, and then go through the door. Make sure that you don't basically lie down when you're falling, because that crashes the game. So just to make sure, make one save please, and then try to recreate it. There we go. So come in here, got the grenades, there we go. And go out of bounds. Yeah, a little bit further, but it's fine. Problem is that camera will be locked, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
You want to be basically as efficient as possible, and that's why I said the cross section of the floor tiles again. That's basically how far you need to go. Hold left, and you're almost at the door. All right, so we're at Wolf 2. I'm trying to show you the new tech that we have, where we lean into the cutscene. Yes, yeah, I tried it myself today for an hour and had it work 5 times out of 100. So I have no idea how I can make it more consistent. I'll try to show it off a few times, but if it doesn't work, we just continue on.
It's a massive deal.
It's 2 seconds time save. I at least want to try it, and if it doesn't work the first 1 or 2 times, we just move on. Because the rest is still very easy. So let me just do one more save. So basically, we want to walk up here to this tile on the floor. The problem is you're on hardware mode, so you won't have the texture as I have as pixelated. If I'm here in this puddle, basically in the dark spot, this is how I need to go. And as I learned from practicing, I need to be motion. So I go up here, then go left, go first person and press R1 while in first person, because that allows us to shift our hitbox to the left and right. And that way we can lean into the trigger for the next cutscene. So we would be like this here, walk up basically in this corner, left, first person, lean right. If we don't get it, that's fine. Again, we're gonna try once or twice. It's really cool when it happens, because again, it saves 2 seconds, and after that we just move on. Okay, I didn't. This is what I mean. It is really tight, the position where you are, and the inputs should be also very tight. Doesn't happen more too often. I'm gonna try one more time, and again, if it doesn't work, we just move on. Because even I don't know how to do consistently. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So, you can try it on your own, but the next part is the important one. We have the cutscene, we skip the codec, and then we're gonna skip Wolf 2. Skipping Wolf 2 is easy. We need to do 2 tricks that we already learned. First, we're gonna go into GME 1, so we're gonna press 09, and then we're gonna do the weapon switching effect. So we hold up and then hold 8 again, because we have the stun from the tower A, and with the chaff on hand. So we hold 8 and 9, that we are tapping, and then moving on through the death barrier. So again, 09, so we're in guard mode, and then holding up and then doing again our 8-9 tapping. And that way we bypass the death border, and that's all that. Now, we want to skip these cutscenes by holding X and square again, or in your case, A and X. So we are choking here first. You could barely see it. And that way we can immediately also start walking to the left. We want to quickly press L1 to have the card in our hand, and then execute yet another GME. So we would be choking here. Okay, not like that. We'll be choking here after the cutscene. Keep locking left, L1 to equip the card, and then GME. If that's one fluid motion, you're very quickly set up. And then we just would walk on here to this 2 and to the blast furnace.
Cool.
So again, you go into the encounter, you can try to do the lean thing, but what's important is, as the fight is starting, you do the GME, and then the weapon switching to walk through the death barrier. And after that, you hold X and square. Again, it's really tight. I would love to show it off here, but you know. And there we go. Ah, you did you did the wrong GME. You did the soft lock version. Just load the level again. Save now and load again.
It worked. If my controller would work.
Okay. You
I'm
might
fully
need to.
locked.
Oh, you can do one thing. Can you lie down? I think.
Nope.
Yeah, you completely soft locked the game. So just Alt F4 quickly and load it again. That's fine. That happens. We'll be right back after this little pause. That's a good thing. Now you can use the official save pack that I helped you install earlier. So just load the Wolf 2 fight and you already have the alerts and the stuns that you need. If you hold down with your keys, not your D-pad, you could also go much faster. If you go down with your D-pad, you need to do every input single. Just so you know.
Should be so.
It looks good, I think. You can walk around a little bit, see if it works. Yeah. Alright, try again. What's important is, again, 09 should be one fluid motion. Did that quickly.
Yeah.
You need to be a little bit higher. So basically the top left corner of this puddle.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fun if it works, but, you know... Again, I even had a very low success rate here.
Like that. That's what you mean.
Yeah, that looks good. And now,
Oh,
8-9, and then hold up.
It didn't.
Okay.
It didn't let me do the input, so that's soft locked it
That's
properly.
fine though. Wait. Don't cancel the game now. There's a different thing that we can do, and that's the classic version. We do the snake. So the way that works is we press 0 to go down into the crouch animation and lean a little bit forward, and then we cancel that animation by pressing 9. It's a bit like 0, 9, 0, 9. If you do that, you will automatically wiggle forward. There
Yeah, I
you go.
remember. This is the old. Like the
Exactly.
old way of doing it.
You can pause now quickly. Because you were in the death barrier and were pushed back, you lost all your GME as well. So you can basically do the whole thing again, just to try it out. Don't even need to reload. Just do the GME again and try again with the weapon switching. Yeah. You don't need to go through the cutscene again. Then
It's
before
not letting me
you start
switch
going
for
up,
some reason. It's not letting me switch to the grenade one.
go first person. Oh wait, lie down first so you have that
Yeah.
happen. Yep. There you go. Quickly check in your menu if you have a stun even in your inventory. I don't know.
No. Not on this
Ah.
save.
Ah, okay.
That's
unfortunate.
why.
Well, just okay. We have a save from previously. Just do the out of bounds section quickly,
Yeah.
and then you can do that again. I was thinking we had a stun in the save file. And
It won't be there because
okay.
I had to restart the game, so... I
Yeah,
guess
the
I could go
launch- the
tower.
launch over
Like,
it.
I should have a
No,
tower
no, no.
save,
Let's
but-
not go back to tower. We don't want to do the whole thing
Okay.
again. It's fine. Here's the idea. We just use 3 and 9. So the regular grenades and the chaff grenades.
Yeah.
At this point, you usually would have these. So just do Jimmy and then hold 3 and tap 9. Bit awkward because of the distance. That's why I grabbed the stuns. But
There
it
we
should
go.
work the same way.
There we go.
Yes, there we go. Okay. All
And then-
fine. We solved the problem. Yeah, you skip with X. You need to hold X and square directly so it choke. And you were a bit slow on the input here. That's fine. Try again. There we go. And just move on now. That's all we need to do. Again, it takes a bit of practice, a little bit of repetition, but
Yeah, yeah.
once you get it right, it's immediately in there. All right, so wait. Back to my game. Blast Furnace. Super easy to perform. Basically, what you just need to do is you walk down here so the door opens. Crouch 09 to do GME2. Stand up and then look at the radar where I'm walking. I'm walking to the right side of this box, going through this elevator, and then holding upright a little bit. So I'm just on this door trigger. You will pass through here. So when you see these red bars intersect with your white box, that's when you press X again or A to lie down and then literally lie down on the trigger. And that loads the next save. So just do that.
Well done. Oh,
Wait here.
that's all one.
Yeah, that's also what happens to me. That's why you need to be very quickly on those initial ones. And there we go. Again, practice, practice, practice. Don't worry about it. There you go. Lie down and then go through the door. Perfect. Now walk down again through the blast furnace and go up again. Because there's an elevator coming and it's very slow. And to speed it up, we go back once more. And then we are here. And now we have the next guard rush, you could say, elevator fight, whatever. It is very simple. I'm going to start it right now. And I'm going to hold X and square again. Even when I press the trigger, just hold X and square. There we go. When you're in this fight, you need to be quick. Not super quick, but quick enough. Because you want to immediately press 09. Sorry, not quite quick. You want to delay for half a second and then press 09. Because these guards also directing themselves and you can't do it. But it's complex. I'm sorry. It's hard to explain. But you basically want to be standing here and then go into guard mode. 09 again. So there we go. Just perform that. And then you do the order of things. Very simple. So you go down first to the closest guard, PPK him off. Right, so just here. Ba, ba, ba. Then you go first person, so you can unequip your grenade again. First person, unequip. Walk over to left guy, and usually they wouldn't. They would be in the position here, and then you would quick throw this guard, walking up. So you would throw him down, because you throw in the opposite direction of what you're walking. So it would look like this. There we go. And then you would need to walk up the discard to the left side, walk right, and then throw him to the right. So I'm going to redo that quickly. So, okay, we do it with the cutscene, that's fine. Again, once I press this, I already start holding X and square. So I already skip the cutscene, and then quickly press 09, now. And then I do the whole thing. So, looking down, PPK, first person, walk left, unequip, quick throw, unequip, quick throw. And that's the fight. Sounds like a lot, but again, you can also take your time. And if you mess it up and you throw the guards against the rating, not over the rating, that's fine. You're in guard mode. Just walk up to them and choke them out as a backup. Yeah. That's all you need to do. And then I guess continue on. So just let me play out a little bit, and then you can reproduce it now. No, you can do it now. Sorry, that's what I meant. I'm just gonna walk until you. You don't have. Do you have chaps?
Yeah.
You have chaps. It should be 09.
My keyboard is well, my keyboard's working. But for some reason it didn't let me
Okay. Try it now after the continue, just in this room. Very well.
Oh, well, that was delayed.
Oh,
That was a bit
wow. Okay.
weird.
Okay. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we say don't play the PC version.
Yeah, that was like buffered all those inputs in one go.
Yes.
That was weird.
Oh my god. Okay.
I've never seen that.
That was weird. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's
Let's
working
try
now.
again. Okay. Well, I've never seen that before. I know you can buffer inputs if you're in a cutscene by holding in this cutscene, the sections and whatnot like that. Wow. Okay.
No? As soon as I get here, it
You need-
buffers.
So I think the problem is also that you get shot the entire time. If you skip this cutscene, wait 1 second, you see all these guards moving in place and then standing still. And as soon as none of the guards are moving anymore, then do a 09 quickly. That's what I mean, like, you need to be delayed by a moment. How to define a moment, I have no idea. I can best know when the guards aren't moving anymore. That's the timing when I then press quickly 09.
It's hold X and A.
Exactly. Hold X and A, and then once the next scene comes up, let go,
And
and then 09.
They don't. It doesn't let me do
Okay.
the inputs here for some reason. And then it just buffers them afterwards. I don't know if there's.
What?
Let me see.
That's
I
absolutely
don't have a
strange.
load, actually. Let me save and see what.
Yeah,
I don't know if something got messed up when I was.
could be.
So they
I'm not
work
sure.
here.
Maybe you need to increase your CPUs. Maybe it's a CPU issue. I'm not entirely sure. We have a cargo elevator flight safe, so maybe you need to close the game and
Yeah.
use more cores, and then come back
Yeah,
again.
no, it doesn't.
Okay.
I'll close it and see.
Yeah, just close it entirely. Sorry, folks, we're moving on just after this. It is weird. This is Metal Gear Solid on PC. It has a lot of issues and a lot of things we need to test out. Every machine plays it different also, so that's the very first of that issue.
Let's see if it works now.
Mm-hmm. What kind of CPU do you have?
8700 i7.
Okay, so on our wiki we have a list as well. I'm quickly taking a look if there's maybe a recommendation already. Could be info dump now. There we go. It could be that you need the first 6 cores, maybe. Some people say only 1 and 0. Some say 0 up to 5. So the first 6. Okay. It's weird.
Oh, let me work
Alright,
off that. After I crouch, it's. Let me work after I lay
Okay.
down for some reason.
Okay, let's do something else. Do the fight again and just hold X to crouch and then do 09. We just do a different version of the GME and we can figure it out another time
Yeah.
offline. Let's just find a way that works for your system right now. This is what I mean. It's weird. Let's see. Just hold
Yeah.
A. Then. Hey, okay. Stand up again and then do the thing that I said. Wow. Yeah, you need to go first person basically as soon as you punch kick the guy off, and that's fine. Yeah. If you mess that up, just choke him out as a backup. Okay, we have a way that works for you.
I guess it doesn't like X there. Or, yeah, it doesn't like X there,
Yeah.
but it likes
Yeah, who knows? I mean, I'm on a DualSense and use DS for Windows for my
Yeah,
inputs. You're on an Xbox controller and use, a different program. Maybe that is an issue. Would be a first for me.
I am getting a DualSense at some point, so I will.
Yeah. So in this moment, we just literally can move on to the next elevator. There is a turret here, right? If you want, you can go 09 and then I, again, first person, to walk on, to not be stopped. And then you can press the next console. That's what I always do. And then, just go down here. Perfectly fine. So in the second cargo elevator shift here, there will be a codec call coming in. And we can avoid that by crouching, 09, and then we're in GME2. And that way we won't hit the trigger for the codec call. And every time when we're on the second elevator here, going up or going down, there will be a call. So we always do that here. Just crouch down, GME2. And then you can stand up and do whatever. You won't hit the trigger anymore. It's just a little thing, but it's definitely worth it because you don't need to answer the call and need to cancel it. You just never open the call to begin with. That's the whole idea. Already going for almost 2 hours soon. If you need a break, let me know. I would. As soon as we hit the PAL sequence, the game will immediately be faster.
Yeah.
So we're at the end of the elevator here. I'm just going to move forward to basically this tile. This is roughly where the doors will open. Again, a little optimization. We want to go through doors where they open first, so this will be it. And what I will do is I will actually unequip the grenade just before I go through the door. I do right now just for explanation. And then going to Raven, I hold X and square again. Maybe you just hold X.
Yeah, I think we'll just hold X to be safe.
Yeah, because once we start the Raven fight, things go rapidly in the beginning. We want to skip the cutscene. We want to be standing, so we perform a GME 1. So just when we're standing, 09 again, and then keep holding left. And whilst holding left, I press 3 to equip my grenades and start cooking the first grenade early on. So let me just start up until there, and I'm going to pause quickly. So we go here. Actually, I hold the grenade until then. X square to skip. 09, and then walk left. 3, and at this corner, I start cooking the grenade, let go. And then I control almost immediately the second one. And that will be the fight. That's basically it. Every time when the grenade explodes, you can throw the next one. You can time it a little bit faster. Some people just count 1, 2, throw. Or you just literally wait in the beginning, wait for the first grenade to pop and throw the next one. Which I would suggest in the beginning, just to get the timing down and not waste any grenades, because you don't have infinite of them. You have only a very limited amount, and then once you run out of grenades, you soft lock your game. You don't have the rank, because we skipped a lot of these rank hubs, and you can't use any other weapon. The only other thing that we could use would be to my right, up on this box here, that would be C4. Trying to use the C4, good luck, because Raven needs to shoot this box down. Takes a lot of time. Just take your time with the grenades.
It's wrong.
Again, as soon as the grenade pops, throw the first one. You see the next grenade pops, throw another one. And that's totally fine. You can optimize later down with more practice. We'll just go through here quickly. That was too early, as you can see. Because it exploded without doing anything. And if that happens like 3 times, I think, if we have 11 grenades, you're done for. You're soft locked again. I think we need 7 of these. There we go. So I can just hold here X to skip the cutscene that follows after that, answer the call, and then I let you play. It's not complex, but just in the beginning you want to be a little bit optimized. That's why I say, skip the cutscene early, go 09, and then start cooking the grenade. Alright, on you go. And again, do it right and slow rather than fast and use a grenade. There you go. And then you can walk to the left. And now you will be to the right. That's fine. Don't worry. Walk after him. Walk after him. No. Go on. Because he was standing now. As soon as he sees you, he will just shoot you. So if you lose the first grenade, don't worry. Just hit him. And continue on like that. There you go. The first one pops, so throw the next one. And you do low damage right now. This should be more, so you might need to move back just a little bit more. It is weird with his iframes because the grenades can hit him with a little bit of lower damage, and then you will also soft lock because you don't do enough damage. It's a bit weird. You see now there's a little bit more than the first one did. But yeah, that's the fight basically. So don't worry if you don't get him right away. This is just optimization, takes practice. But as soon as he sees you, he will just stand there. So if you miss the first one, don't worry. You have like 2 or 3 that you can use up. You have still 2 more. So you have 3 failures that you could have happen. And that's that. So
Yeah.
we
I
will
was just
start,
slow entering the room, that was all. So he was different
yeah,
spot.
it's all fine. It takes practice, and we will take time offline trying to fix this issue that you have. Maybe there's another program running that will interfere here. Not entirely sure. We'll see. So, warehouse. We quickly equip the chaff here. We could do that also before the code call comes in, because this little rank up sequence. In that time, you can mash 9 and tab to open the code quickly. So just back and forth, 9 and tab. So while you answer the call, you will already have the chaff in your hand, and you skip this call and have already the chaff here. And what's important to know is if you go through this door, already start cooking it. You can even cook right now, because if you go here, you already first frame start cooking the grenade. And that is key, because you want to move through here as fast as possible, and also want to have the chaff explode as fast as possible. And then just walk along. Follow me. And you didn't throw in a chaff, didn't you?
Well, I chucked the chaff, but it didn't go off. I don't know where it went.
Maybe it fell on the
It might have
trap
fell on the
door.
trapdoor and fell down, but...
Okay. So in order to avoid that, I also go in the beginning immediately top right. So I go directly to the top right.
Okay.
What FPS trackers here are using? This is, I think, set up in the game itself. If you have the launcher, you can set an option to show the FPS. Alright, so we're gonna go up until when we grab the PAL key, and then we take a short break, because I definitely need a short one, and then we can continue. Sounds good?
That's fine, yeah.
Alright, so once we hit this layer, as we reach the end of this hallway, there's a cutscene. As soon as it goes dark, just hold X, continue on. You don't need to hold attack here in order not to crouch. Walk up here and to the top left. And this line here, this tile, once we reach that, order combat call us. So we can prepare ourselves. So what you ideally want to do is to go up here, go a little bit further, so you're just in front of the ladder. And then once you reach the point, press tab to answer quickly and escape to go out again. And then just walk a little bit forward and take the ladder. So just try that in little chunks.
Oh, also, I don't... This obviously, I won't have the alerts on this, so it will be red.
You use the high alerts once. I'll make sure of that. Don't worry, I'll make sure. Yeah, I always expect when things like this happen here, they go wrong. That's why I have specifically given you the high alert ones. Don't worry. So there we go. And yeah, you want to answer that call as quickly as possible, and that little cross section in the floor is basically the point. All right, the next call is happening here, just when you cross this here. Basically, when you go over this corner here. So you go up here and then answer, close, move on, and go here. Super easy. Now it's your turn. There you go. And then once you hit here, this top part, you cannot just hold left and press the button to go on the ladder. You basically need to hold up for a tiny fraction of a moment, so you turn up first and then you hold left. So you do like a little squiggle line. Looks like this. So up left, up left. It's like a little turn just only, but it's just enough. You know, just top left, but you couldn't potentially miss it. So I have learned when I come up from this ladder, I just hold up and then almost immediately go left. So I take this little U-turn. Slight optimization again, don't worry too much about it, but just to let you know. Go on top of this ladder, and then at the center point here, just in the middle, and that's where I want auto-combat call us again. So we go over here, answer, close, and go down the ladder. And then next thing I want you to do is juice your GME 1 and walk down here. Yeah, it takes practice, but you can do it. There we go. So the reason why when I go down use GME is we can save on stuns, and when we go up again, I always throw a stun. Makes it super easy not to waste any time, and the guard will always be, you know, blocked. Alright, we are now in this cutscene. Just let it play, don't worry. What you want to do is basically hold X here to skip it first, press escape, and then hold X square. Ideally, maybe you just need to hold X.
I think it's fine
If that,
outside of everything else. It was fine at like when we first
give it
did
a try,
things
yeah.
like that, so,
Yeah, give it a try.
I
So
think it might have just been that elevator doesn't like it.
could be it, yeah. So after the code call, hold X and square, or in your case X and A, to be standing, and then what you ideally want to do is, I press start. Ideally, you just go here and then move left. If you're really quickly, if you're like me in this case, or just a little bit delayed, you can use the GME, and then just remember you need to hit a trigger on the other end of the walkway, so you need to also go first person. So 0, 9, and I, and that's why I've told you use the I key on your keyboard for first person. Because the combination would be 0, 9, and I. All three close together. It would be just one fluid motion after some practice. Right, and then we move on and retrieve the power key. So just follow along.
Oh.
Yeah, takes practice, don't worry.
Go away.
Yeah, just you can also just PPK him and move on. All fine, all good. And then we just go all the way back again, down to the bottom level where we need to grab the power key, and then I'm going to show you how you need to walk the line. So little movement things, like how early can you turn towards the ladder and press it. Don't worry about those. You'll land them in due time. Alright, now pause. Because you don't know the line yet, or do you know?
Kind of, but not really. I know it.
Let me
kind
show
of
you
from
first.
watching it, but
Good, good. Let me still show you first with a little of explanation, so you know exactly where you need to walk over. Because I was always thinking I knew it, but then a month later,
yeah, I
missed
mean,
the
I'll
guard
probably
pal,
miss.
walked all the way around there.
Yeah, I can see that
So,
happening. So.
Yeah, the basic idea is, remember, always have a weapon in your hand. Fall down here, you can immediately drop down here. Right, don't just drop down. And you want to be like basically 3/4 down here, so just like one snake length, a little bit higher. Not in the middle. The middle would almost be too high. You need to be like, you know, 2/3
You can probably
maybe
see
down
it
here.
on software, but there is a tear there between the textures.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that line.
And you want to be basically here underneath the bridge. If there's no packing here, move on to the top left. You want to be in this corner. This is the next position, position 5. Just hold left. Some people, oh nice. Some people move all the way up and then go left and then go down. That is a problem because the hitbox is very small and it could be just a little bit here. So you want to make sure that when you come over to the bridge, just stay on this line, the imaginary line, you know, where this continues.
Yeah.
This is where you want to walk left. You don't want to go all the way to the wall. Just hold down left here. So you are in this corner. So you can see here's some ammunition. And then go up left. Next spots literally are in the center here. So position 2 and 1 are here. This is the last one, as you can see, after bomb. And if you grab the bomb on your way to the PAL key, don't throw it away right away. You want to be basically in this position where I am here. If you don't have the PAL key up to this position, it is 7, it's all the way on the other side. That's when you drop the bomb. Until you hit the PAL key, don't drop the bomb. So if I would have had the bomb, for example, on guard spot and then on the position where it was, position 4, I would have kept the bomb on and then do one menu as I'm seeing here. So press the bomb, circle, keep holding menu and switch over to the PAL key, right? So that way I don't have anything in my hands, but that's fine because I can just use L1 and R1 to quickly re-equip them here. So, and then we can move on. And there's even enough time if you're in this position to walk up. And then make our way
It's
back.
basically just optimization on the menu.
Exactly. And you will definitely be judged from everyone if you throw the bomb away too early.
Yeah.
And yeah, PAL position 7 would be here on the left side, very early on. I don't need to necessarily tell you, it would be here on Snake's height in the center of the ditch.
Yeah.
But that's that. Alright, let's see what your luck is.
It's that one.
It's fine. Looks good. Go back. Yep. You're standing at the wall. That's not what you want to do. You want to be basically on the imaginary line. All the way up onto the stairs and go back. Where the ration is, that's where the last power position is. And it seems you're very unfortunate because you will be
7.
getting power position 7. Yeah. Oh my lord, the game doesn't like new people. And there we go.
Oh.
So you walked all the way. What? Where's the bomb? Ah, you missed the position then. You missed the position.
Okay. Yeah.
100%. So if you're here, just open the menu and throw the bomb away. This is fine. This is last position. Just look to the right. Should have looked to the right because now you will walk over the bomb. Could have exploded in your head. So again, go a bit lower here. That looks good. Go up. Not all the way, but a little bit down. Like, there you go. Now one left.
Yeah, I was there.
There we go. You missed one. You missed one. And now you just go back to the right. So when you walk back, it's also interesting. The only position where you walk up to the top left corner, that's the only one. So PAL 1, all the way in the top left. That's when you walk over the top left half. If you have PAL position 2 up to 6, you immediately turn back again from where you came from.
Okay.
So that's faster than walking up to the high. Right, and then let's make our way back again to the commander room.
Yeah, it's not as easy as it seems.
I'm telling you, learn the line is a meme, but actually you need to learn it. Very easy to miss those spots. Then,
Yeah.
just in the example, it was really prime. The hitbox is very small there. You get used to it, that one's fine. So I'm doing the same thing again, just like as I came here. You can mute your footsteps if you want by quickly unequipping and re-equipping the chaff. But I found out, especially in the beginning, it's just super easy to go God mode and then go for the next door trigger. And as soon as we reach the command room, you need to pause, and then I'm going to show you how to deliver the card, basically. Hey, you were not in God mode.
I died in the transition then. Just a bit.
That is very unfortunate, but trust me, I had that happen as well. While I was on world record pace for alternate round extreme. Don't worry, that happens.
I messed
It's really
up too
key
many,
that
yeah.
09 gets pressed like almost in one fluid motion. Just up, did.
Yeah. I just messed up here, that was all. There we go.
That's fine. Hey, let's go. All right, walk up to the command room, and then I'm going to show you how to equip. Quickly show that. It is key that when you are in this room that you already have the PAL key on you, which you do right now. So they will just pause. So what you want to do is, in this moment, you want to go directly to the top left terminal. It doesn't matter that the camera sees you and alerts. If you go a direct line, you will deliver the card faster than the alert can come in. If the alert truly hits, then you're stuck and you can't even use the card anymore. And you need to kill yourself either with the stingers or C4, which we don't pick up in any percent,
Yeah.
so only the stingers really. So literally just walk up here. There. And that's all. And then to be efficient, as soon as it goes dark, hold X and again L2, just like we did before the rappel sequence. So we open here with the menu. Go up 1 to get the door key, and then get ready to button mash again. You probably don't have the stun, so you would need to use 3 and 9. That's a reason why I want to have the stun always in my inventory, because now I need to go left and then... So there is an alert, and that's fine. But with the... if I were holding up left here, I would have not stopped. If you want to be entirely sure that you make it, because you're nervous maybe or something, you leave the terminal and just go bottom right and then go left. That's fine. Miniature of a difference, but you know, the optimal way that we found out is just using the weapon switching, going left, and then once you bypass the door, holding up left.
Yeah. It's actually
just
really
try
hard
it.
to do with 3 in now.
Yeah, I know.
Really
That's
annoying, 'cause it's so
maybe
far away
just
and
for
my
this purpose,
controller.
go bottom right.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the beginning, maybe just go bottom right.
You just did a save pack, did you not? For...
Yeah,
Good stuff.
should have given you that. I
Oh,
wasn't
that was
expecting
the
that
wrong,
many issues.
Looks like the key doesn't fit.
Yeah, that's... So going in, you definitely want to go just right. But leaving, you can go to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry, that's not an issue. You can just continue on to the left one. Just go on to the left. There we go. And then hold X and L2. You didn't do that.
No.
I'm very disappointed. Again, the reason is that the first frame you skip the cutscene, you have the menu open, so the camera stopped turning. and then you just go to the door key because you need that anyway. It's a very efficient way to skip the cutscene, not to crouch, and also go to the card that you need to go anyway. And then, you probably know already, we're going on to the warehouse, so we'll just literally go back. So, if you had a stun in here, as soon as you leave the room, throw the stun. If you don't have the stun, I would suggest just go 0-9 to go God mode and I, because again, you need to hit this trigger here. Next time I'm gonna show you the version where we mute our footsteps. Also very simple, but let's just move on here. We already spent a lot of time.
Sure.
And actually, yeah, as soon as we go on the bottom floor, we're gonna take a very, very short break. Maybe 5 minutes, and then we continue on. We're almost done, really. It's not much anymore. The panel sequence itself is just walking down there.
There we go.
There we go. So we're going to a very short break, and after maybe 3 minutes, we'll be back again. So thank you again so much for watching, everyone. This I'm No Rookie session with Theory and myself, House Test here, learning Metal Gear Solid 80% on PC. Didn't expect it would go that long, but I still can go. Theory, are you able to go? Should we? All right. And here we are again. Welcome back to the next part. We decided we want to keep on moving on, and I love that spirit. So Fury, we are just at the start of the path sequence, so we just literally keep on moving to the warehouse, and you can actually just play along with me. So one minor thing, you want to be on the left side of this tile, again because the door opens to the left first. And then when you get to this warehouse north, just hold right. You want to be on the right half of this walkway, and then you won't be hit at all. And then you are into the warehouse. There we go, right through the middle. So we wait 61 seconds here. I have my timer on. You were in here a little bit longer than I. There's also an audio cue if you patched your game, where the music will loop around, and after 60 seconds there will be a low note, and then the strings come in. That's your cue. But we need to be busy here. We need to grab the stinger ammo, so follow me to the right here. Basically, right here, there's one stinger missile. And then all across to the left, in the bottom left corner, there's another stinger missile pack. And then we can come back and wait at the door. Right, so what people do, if you see it, they are in front of the door when it's open. They're gonna crouch, do GME phase 2, and then stand right on the door and crouch again. That way, once we lay down, we leave as early as possible. And again, the lesson is, of course, if you leave this room, you need to cook your chaff immediately and then hold upright. Just like this. Just follow me along then. Yeah, see, when you walk up there, the chaff lands on this trapdoor, and if you were to trigger it, it would fall down.
I think that's what happened last time.
Alright, and then we just deliver it again the same way. Once we reach the command room, we walk to the right, not down, but to the right and in front of the laptop. Once again, I would suggest, if you don't have any stuns... Oh wait, I wanted to show you something, right? Before you go down the ladder again, just wait. Perfect. So there's a little thing that we can do. I personally don't like it. That's why I always grab the stuns at Tower A, so I have some here. When I go down, either just use the God mode and walk into the command room. We don't need to go first person to trigger here. Or when you return just this corner, we can throw a stun. Another thing that we can do is also go over the penalty and then quickly unequip and re-equip the chaff or any weapon really, and that will silence our footsteps and we can move along. Just so you know that it's also possible. I personally, again, in the beginning would just go GME and then just go for it. There we go, that looks good. Remember, just walk right
Do we equip the
off the
power now?
laptop. And yes, please equip it now, or else it will be too late. This is the latest point where you need to equip it. You should maybe also equip it early.
And
Then hold X and L2 together.
I keep forgetting.
That's fine. There will be a point where you're really like, oh my god, I need more seconds to be safe, and that's where you do it efficiently. And but you already know the pace. We go back to the blast furnace, and then at the blast furnace, I'm gonna show you the new way where we can get even more stinger ammo. Only really necessary on extreme, but it saves a bit of time if you don't grab the stinger that's at the front of the warehouse. So let's move on. And again, what I usually do is when I go through these walkways, when I go down to the command room, I throw a stun. And when I go up, I also throw a stun because I usually have enough. If I don't have enough stuns, I use God mode to go down to the command room. And when I go up again, where I need to hit the when I need to hit the ladder again, then I throw a stun.
Okay.
Slight optimizations. We can talk about that another day. Looks good. Yeah, you're staying on the right half. You could, in theory, also just use Genie once you go out of the door. The problem is there's a like a mini fade-in, and you should get moving as soon as possible. So I prefer to just walk on the right half there. And now in the warehouse, you already did it. You just walk to the left side, and once we go up again, say it again next time, we walk to the right side of these boxes. And again, yeah, we just take the elevators up. So again, you want to, this is, I call it the second one, this time it's the first one. You want to crouch down and activate GME. So crouch, not in standing, you were standing. Yeah, just to make sure, standing and then GME. There we go. So we definitely don't have to trip. And it's again the second time when we come back here on this other elevator. Hello Apache, hello Akuma. How are you doing? Hope you're well. So this whole path sequence again is super easy. Not much you can do wrong, but it's the little things in the delivery, for example, when you want to menu, and those optimizations later on will be important. All right, you're a little bit ahead of me, so just wait a second once you are out of the elevator. So you already see the turret is shooting you. What you can do is just go quickly again into GME, the first one, where you're standing, and first person. So just like that. And then keep on here on more straightforward lines, so the turret doesn't annoy you. On high level, you try not to use it at all. Just try to bypass it. Can work, but you know, the turret is constantly moving, because it's moving basically from the first frame on when this game is running. And then move to the blast furnace. So, as you can see here, there's no coding that we need to do. We can do whatever. Because I'm forgetting stuff. I'm always going into crouch and Jimmy. I just don't
I think it's a good
bother
habit, though.
remembering.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't waste time. That's the thing. If you do it on both elevators, there's nothing lost.
Because it's on a rail.
Right, so going
anyway.
into the blast furnace. Yep. So I'm going to show you how to do the version that we need to do for blast furnace. So just pause your timer quickly. And what we want to do is we basically want to go all the way back to the entrance. Super easy to follow. We go just left and then hold down to go on the elevator. We literally just need to walk in here. There's nothing needed from us. And then we just walk back to the door where we first came in. We wait for the door to close, and that resets the room basically. Not the guards, but it unloads them basically. So we go here, wait for the door to close, come back, take a step forward so we have this camera, and then we do again the crouch GME, or GME phase 2. Walk forward and then and then we just walk down here to this panel, and then we are basically impossible to fall down in the lava here. We can just literally walk over here. And that allows us to grab the extra sting ammo that we have here. Once we're done here, we're just gonna lie down, and then we go back to the door and wait for the rest of the time to pass. So, that's it. Again, I'll walk you through a little bit whilst we do it. First thing we do, again, we go to the left and take the elevator up and go back to the door where we came from. Are you here?
Yeah, I was just watching. I'm just waiting for it so I can see what it was. It's
Oh,
delayed
sorry, yeah,
slightly,
I
though,
forgot the internet today. No problem. We may want to reload our feeds because it's been 2 hours. They tend to desync a little bit. But don't worry right now. We just go and take the elevator up. Here we go. Then continue on again through the door. Wait for the door to close. It takes like a few steps. But don't go too far, else you want to be all the way out. There we go. Walk back down so the door opens, and then walk forward until the camera changes. A little bit more. There we go. Now crouch and do a GME. And then walk down. And to the left of the elevator, the railings don't stop you. So just go down here. And then walk to the left over the lava. It's literally possible to do that now. And then walk down and grab the extra ammo. And then walk all the way back. Perfect. And after the wall, lie down. That fixes the camera again, takes you out of GME. So just lie down. There we go. And wait in front of the door. The music cue here is the drum fill where the strings come in and where it's a bit atonal, so it sounds strange, like ee. Really can't tell you if you hear right now perfectly, but
I mean, I've been
in
sat in
my
this room
game-
for a little bit probably as well, so.
yeah. Just to make sure, if you really want, you can do the same trick again. Just go here, Jimmy phase 2, set on the trigger. If you're not sure, go first person. That activates your menu again, and then you can look at the key to know that you're actually ready. In my case, I'm
Yeah.
ready. So I'm just gonna start and taking the elevators back again. If you have the split open, you should use the detailed split timer, of course, so you know how much
Yeah,
time you
yeah.
spent specifically in this room, and then you know for sure.
That's
And we
what I'll
do
do,
this-
is set up the VAR
Yeah.
viewer. The little-
Yeah. And we do this strategy literally only so we don't need to go through the room at the south of the blast furnace. Because there's loading times, and the time that the PAL key needs will be stopped, and the IGT still continues. So we both lose time just going through these doors, and the PAL key also needs longer. So we need to be longer in these rooms. Again, before switching over, I'm just going in GME and press first person. This time I could have done it without. The turret would not have hit me. And you were very close. Especially in the beginning, I would suggest just do it to be safe. Because if you get stopped, you lose like, I think 1.5 seconds, so you don't want to do that. And the second time you go in this elevator again, crouch and GME for GME phase 2, so we don't hit the next codec trigger.
Yeah, I can just hold X there, having crouch. Ready to go.
Sure. Yeah. Hold square. Some people do, they just punch these ravens. That's fine. I mean, whatever you want to do. So actually not much else to do. That's why the PAL sequence on its own is really kind of relaxed also. And in our tutorial here, not much to say. I'm going through the warehouse, so we came from top to the left. And then when we come from the bottom, we go to the right. And just literally walk through. Not much to explain. And again, when we go through the warehouse door to warehouse north, start cooking the chaff and then hold up right. So you throw the chaff to the right side, not on the trapdoor. That was a stun. It just works, I guess.
I chucked on the trap floor, but whatever.
Yeah. Those are the things you get used to.
Yeah.
That when you are in these loading zones, when the next zone loads, you can just hold the direction and the attack key as well.
Got you.
So that's all fine. You get used to that. Yeah.
Let me refresh your thing. So I can see it probably.
Yeah,
Massive
probably
delay
need to
on it.
refresh the feed. Yeah, I think the delay increases every time, so I'm just gonna also quickly reload just to be sure. There you go, view, and we should be back up again. Right. Didn't do my little thing, I always say. So if you want, I'm gonna show you quickly how I do it when I have stuns in my inventory. So I equip the stun,
Let me pause.
and then I'm waiting for you to pause first. So once I go here in the corner, I hold down, and the little thing, you should now change to your PAL key. So quickly hold here, because the cool thing is you're already holding down. You just need to lift your hand from holding down, press L2, and then keep holding down again and let go of L2. It's a very slight menu optimization, but personally it really helps me to already have the direction being held that I need to hold anyway in order to equip the card.
Yeah.
Right, then just follow along, and then we insert the hot card, and I'll show you what you need to do then. It kind of feels natural, and the more you do it, the quicker you get at it. Alright, so don't go in here yet. It's very important that you deliver the hotkey, this time actually going the long path south. So you can't just go to the right here, the cameras will catch you and alert before you go. And just literally walk here. You can hold anything, skip the cutscene, skip the codec, and then once we are here, we need to open the codec again, go down right. So just codec down right, press circle to call autocon, escape to close it, and press X to close the codec. You can also, of course, press tab. And then I move over here to the door, go first person, and then when Otacon calls me again, I can just immediately answer because I know when the camera changes, that's the call. And then I'm gonna take a quick pause to let you play along. There we go.
Thank you.
Oh.
There we go. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Code it down right. Skip X or codec. Move to the door, and then do the Apache. Look first person, and once the camera changes, you know you're getting called. It doesn't matter if you look at the door, look away from the door. It's just important that you need to
First
see
person.
the change. Exactly. Just be first person, really. That's the matter. It is visually more obvious if you look at the door.
Yeah.
Right. And then we're already almost at the end. There's only 2 more bosses and the escape. So let's go through it. I need to click into the game as well. There we go. So we just walk here and go into the trigger to the right. Super easy. I'm holding X and square to be standing, and I need to walk forwards 2 double steps. So I'm roughly at this line. Right here, roughly. And from then on, I press 0 and 5 because I have my analog sticks. I can do that. Or you can just go 0, 9 and then go 5. It doesn't matter too much which version of Gmail you do. Just make sure that you are in Gmail and then go into the stinger view.
Yeah.
Look up here, and then as soon as Rex makes a scream happen, as soon as you hear that, you can start shooting. That's the earliest time that you can start shooting and that the iframes open up. And then it's 6 shots. And the way I repeat this is basically I wait for the orange, explosion to go away. So every time when the explosion is gone, I know I can press another time. And then we get to Gray Fox, and then I'm gonna pause. So you can play along now for the first stuff. I don't think I can stop Gray Fox, so I'm gonna press pause as quick as I can.
That might be a little bit further now. Into me.
It's like roughly 2 double steps. There's a line on the floor that you see. It looks good. There you go. Just press. As soon as you hear the scream, you can stop pressing because that will be when the iframes open up.
Now.
Yeah, you were a little bit too early, but it's fine. And hold X, and there we go. So what you want to do is when Gray Fox stops his speech on the word end,
Yeah.
you want to hold up left and X. When you hold X, you want crouch because you already are walking, and then you want to be at a certain position. So I'm going to show you that quickly.
Yeah.
So go up here. There you go. So in the circle, go GME and then start shooting. Second time, you need to be a little bit slow with your rhythm. So it's like waiting here, and then basically you need to wait for him to reposition.
I'll let the cutscene play for them.
Oh, of course. And I'm already not standing far enough in, so I need to show it again. That's fine. We're gonna take our time here to show you the most optimal way, so...
And you want to learn it properly, don't you?
Exactly. So I think I should just quickly show you again the Rex fight. So here, going up for 1, 2. And as soon as you can basically align yourself to the right of the radome. As soon as you start screaming, let go. And as soon as the explosion goes away, I can shoot the next one. What's cool is you can press the attack button and only let go when you see the animation stop from the explosion. And that's perfectly fine. And again, when I'm here at Gray Fox, I'm holding up left already, getting ready. And as soon as it says this word end, I know I can also hold X. And then I immediately skip the cutscene and then I immediately move forward. And the cool thing is the first attack of the second half of Rex is just the turrets, and you can literally walk past them by just holding up left. That looks very good and you're already in position. That's exactly what you need to do. Looks very good. You already do what I told you to. Bit misaligned here because I'm doing not the full damage.
If you win,
So let the cutscene play out, or whatever.
Oh yeah, my bad.
It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna use the safe pack here. Reload the bike then quickly for you.
There's no way out for us.
Don't worry about it. So I said I'm gonna try to teach you the infinite punch, the easiest version that I know of, and it basically always just comes down to the main thing: setup and keeping rhythm. If you have the setup correctly, rhythm is actually the lesser of the two problems. And the setup for the two-way throw that I show you is kind of simple. So we start here, and let me pause first as soon as I can. Actually, let me demonstrate it to you as well. So the cool thing is, in the start, if you're not sure what you need to do, you can literally wait, and Liquid will also be like, well, what's wrong, Snake? There we go. So the first throw literally is holding left and holding square, or in your case, X. So you throw him to the left. So, zip. And then as soon as I have thrown him over, I want to go to the right and below him. It is important that you stay below him, because then he will move to the top left corner. And then here as well, after throwing him once, you can wait as long as you need. You again go into the stance. He's a very impatient man. So you don't need to hurry up. Again, doing the setup good and doing it clean is more important than doing it quickly. You can learn it later to do more quickly. And from here on out, just go up and left. Now, I took a little bit too long here because he's getting impatient, so I'm going to show it again with a little bit more space in between. As soon as we start, again, I'll walk left and then throw him to the left. I'll walk to the right and make sure that I'm staying below him. Now I'll walk up and to the left. And now it's important that you follow up rather quickly. When you throw him the second time, press right on your D-pad once. So you turn around. Then make sure that you're actually on the right height with him. And then you can hold right to, to walk towards him. And then right as you're on his level, you can start the infinite punch sequence.
Okay.
And that is again roughly going tat-up, 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 tat-up. Takes practice. We can try it a little bit. I gave you like maybe 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to show you a few backups if you want to. So let me just demonstrate it again for you in full speed. I should just make a new save that's faster than going all the way down. So again, in the beginning, holding left, go to right and make sure you're below him. Go left, tap right once and then go right. And then you just double tapping. If you're lucky, you move a little bit to the right as well. And then once the health goes to the left of the L from Liquid, we have enough taken away from him, so you can just TPK him. So just keep in, just keep mashing it then. And that's Liquid. So I'm gonna show you this version one more time so you've seen it, and then I'll let you try it out yourself a little bit, and then after that I'm showing you a few things that you can do in case it drops, because it definitely takes a long time to get this right. As you can see here, I did it as bad as I could. I didn't tap right once, so you see I've been on the forward side front. That was too high. It is really important that the setup is correctly. In this case, it was good that I did wrong, I guess. Trying again, but hopefully this time perfect. Akuma asked for 0 throw. Okay, I can do that. I can show it at least. Here, right once, and then go. And you need to start basically the infinite combo as soon as he starts standing up fully. If you do too early, you throw the punches while his iframes are happening, and then when the iframes are open, you just pull your fists back. So you just miss basically the point. You gotta delay just a moment so he's actually standing up. Yeah, it's a little bit embarrassing. I want to do it again. So again, once, just holding over. Make sure that you're definitely below him. Doesn't matter. Right. And there you go. Tat-up, 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 tat-up. And it is asynchronous to the game, so you maybe want to take off your headphones to get it right. But again, this is for practice. You can try it out now if you want, and then I come back and then tell you a few things that you can do if you drop it. Yeah, quickly make a save just to be sure. You have it in your save file as well, but you know, it's quicker to just open load game and then press X again.
If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. If you cross this line, you fall.
I know this is going to be the hardest thing to learn
It will
for me.
kill even
sure.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry. I'll give you a few moments to give it a chance so you understand it at least, and then you can practice in your off time, and then I'm going to show you the basics of the fight in general.
Oh,
Perfect.
he chucked me.
And yeah, did you try to throw him to the right and held right on the D-pad?
Yeah, it might have. It might have.
If you
Yeah, you need to
win,
literally hold
you might
left
still
and
be able
throw
to
him,
save her.
because
And
again
then
you throw
turn
in
right.
the opposite direction. Yeah.
Okay.
You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end.
The goal today is just to see you get the setup right, and then maybe get the timing right as well. If you drop
At
the
this
infinite
height,
sequence, that's
it
fine.
will
That comes
kill
with practice.
even
But
you.
I want to teach you at least this setup.
Have at you, Snake.
There we go.
Ah. I didn't press it either. I just ran right. Excellent.
Yeah, and you also threw him slightly to the bottom right, which also helps.
you
You really
win,
want to make sure you
might
actually
still be
be
able to save her.
only to the left when you throw him the second time. It's the minor
Could
things,
enjoy
you iron
one
those all very
brief
quickly, don't worry.
moment of love
And then you
before
started
the
punching once a little bit too early because he was just on his
end.
way
If you
up.
cross
There's
this
a,
line,
I don't know, 5 frames later. Fraction of a second, put it this way. But when you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it, you see, you know, like, oh yeah, he needs to be fully standing up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you start punching. Once you overcome this, you almost have it. It's only then
Have at
keeping
you,
the rhythm going.
Snake.
And it's ta-da, ta-da, ta-da.
Oh, a little bit too. It's a little bit too.
Yeah, if
close
you're
to
this
the top.
high, you needed to adjust down again. That's fine. Again, a point of practice a little bit.
If you win,
I'm gonna give you
might
3 more
still be
attempts,
able
and
to
then we're just
save
gonna
her.
move on. Again, this is something I gladly help you also in off-time time,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
every evening a little bit, and then you'll learn it in no time. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm
If
not
you
worried about
cross
like.
this line, you
I got
fall.
plenty of time.
At this height, it
Yeah,
will kill
again, really
even
60% of the work is the setup, and the rest is keeping the rhythm. That's all there is, really.
you. Have at you, Snake.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I did the same thing there.
Yeah, it's really counterintuitive. You hold left and throw him, but you throw him to the right.
Win.
Yeah.
You might
Yeah,
still be
you
able
need to
save
overcome
her.
this, but practice. When I first did this, Plywood was teaching me and was like, "What are you doing? Are you trying to throw him to the other side?" I'm like, "Is that not how it works?" No, you hold left to throw him to the right. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
You fall.
So it's always
At
good
this
way
height,
you have a
it
coach
will
with you. You
kill
can explain those
even
little things
you.
that you might miss and that you probably don't talk about in the tutorial.
Have at you, Snake.
Nah, it was a little bit too early there, I think. And I didn't even time it.
Oh, but the setup was good. The walking towards him was good, and then it was just a moment too early,
Yeah.
and then
You
just the
win.
rhythm. Don't
You
worry
might
about it.
still
Let's do
be
one
able
more
to
time,
save
and then you have the setup done right, and then the next spot for you to practice is when you start, and then keeping the rhythm.
enjoy one
We're
brief
making
moment
good
of
progress here. Don't worry.
Before the end.
From that point on, I think you can also start practicing on your own, and then you will
Cross
just
this
get it.
line,
Yeah, yeah.
fall.
I think it's one of those
At
things
this
where
height,
there's enough time to
it
do
will
it all in,
kill
but
even you.
you're worried about it not being.
Yeah, exactly. And this is also one of those things that needs to move into your muscle memory where you don't
Have
think
at
about
you,
it anymore.
yeah.
So you definitely need to give yourself a few days, even of weeks maybe. And then you have fully internalized it, and that's easy. Like we say we make it look easy, and a lot of work goes into it. There we go, almost. All right, so
nice.
let's pause.
Why did I,
Let me show you just how to do it casually,
wrong,
most efficient way.
Snake?
Apparently I had an overlay up for some reason.
Dude, you need to wait for his voice line to stop, and then you can press F3. Or just
Yeah,
stop.
no,
It
I had
doesn't
an
matter.
overlay from something. Come on. That was all.
No problem. All right. So you've learned the basic setup. Now just getting down to business to practice it all. Don't worry, we can come back to another day. Just ask me when you need some advice, and I'll happily help you out, or anyone else for that matter, if you're watching this. So, where's my cursor? There's my cursor, and I'm just gonna reload the game and explain you the rest of the basics. So, Liquid has 3 stages that he goes through. They're each based on the 3 phases. Sorry again. Based on the 3 thirds of his life. So the first third, he's just trying to get away from you. The second third, he will retaliate with a double punch. And the last third, he will also use this, bull attack where he just charges you. And he will also, if you hit him, answer with a punch, and kick.
Yeah.
And what's also important is, in the first 2 thirds of the fight, when you PPK him, he will not fall down over the edge. But in the last third, if you PPK him and he's not at the right health, so just before the end, he will always hang on the edge, and that will take a lot of time away from you. So if you play casually, the most important thing you want to do is try to go at him and try to catch him. There we go. And then try to get it like this. Just double punch him. And if he does his charge or just duck, move on. You can always tell where he is based on his voice lines. You could even, in this early stage, PPK him. And you see he was evading me, so that was not the right call. That's a really cool thing. In the first 2 thirds, even if you kick him, he doesn't fall over. So he's just taking a small step, and that's also more efficient. So even in the beginning, I would suggest to go PPK on him. Each punch does 4 damage, and a kick does 8 damage. So for most damage in the early parts, you want to go like punch, kick. There we go. He just set his voice line nice shot. So that means his first third is full. And we're now to the second half. You can also see him now moving much closer to us. He's actually coming over here. So need to be careful. Because now he's stopping evading us and is actually playing as well. And I'm doing a bad job here showing the casual version, but you see it here. He's now retaliating. And you can PPK him or just double punch him and he will answer as well. There you go. So the idea is that you double punch him and then move away and come back. So he doesn't have much time to go away. And you see I was now in the last third, and now when I kick him, he will fall off. And when he hangs like this, he will spend a lot of time to go up again.
Okay. Yeah. So don't PPK him here.
Yeah, just double punch him. Now he will charge us. If he charges us, just crouch. It is super easy to evade that. So when he charges us, try to show it again. Well, not fall down. He will actually run after us, and also see it. So just crouch. There you go. Can't bypass us, and then you can just turn around and then PP him again. So just double punch, move away, and yeah, you need to make sure that you don't get hit as well.
I love how crouching just stops. He just still goes through you, but
yeah, it's very funny. So I'm now past the L mark, and I could have just tried to kick him. If he's past the L mark, you can also just throw him over the edge. The roll will back him enough damage that he will also fall down entirely. So now that he's on 0 health, I can just go on here and then hold down, for example. I didn't do it for some reason, I don't know. And then throw him over the edge, and that's the fight.
Yeah.
Probably better to think more about the split timer. Chances are you don't want a 2-minute time loss here in your run anyway. Yeah, that's fine. So, you know the setup for the infinite punch. Good luck practicing that. And then I would suggest let's just play through Liquid as much as you can, as fast as you can. Yeah. And then we move on to the escape sequence, and that's the game. So again, in the beginning, he's evading you mostly. If he's in these corner positions all the way in the corner, he will walk away from you. So it's smart to just punch him maybe, let attack, and then try to follow up with him. Very good. And again, the first 2 thirds you can actually PPK him even. He won't fall down. There we go. Now we're in the second phase, and he will actually be more proactive. Still worth PPKing him. Yeah. If you're not fast enough, he will definitely hit you. And yeah, that happens as well. Again, this is all getting used to it, practice a little bit. It's always important to know what your backup is. If you drop the infinite you can better just do a decent casual fight rather than trying to re-attempt it again. I do that by now because I know how to reset it up again, but that's even more practice. So I suggest in the beginning, you can try to go for the infinite, of course, but then just move on and don't worry about it.
Oh, it's getting lined up with him.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
In the last third, when he's all the way in the corner, you could try to infinite punch him again, but again, don't worry about it too much.
yeah, that's why you don't PPK him though.
Yeah, exactly. Because then he would do that, and that takes more time.
Oh, crouch.
So the last third again, just PP and then walk away from him. Also, even this casual version, you know, it takes time. Get used to it, but don't worry too much about it. Oh yeah, one double PP. Nice. Look at you, look at you. There we go. Let's just move on. Let's not redo this again. Again, this is one of the last things you really want to dive into. It's more important to do the rest correct. So for tonight, we're just gonna do this.
Don't even know if I'm gonna beat him here.
You can do it, come on. It's just one PPK.
There we
You
go.
just PPK him once. Hey. Let's go. All
That
right.
was close.
Get out of here and then stop the timer. I'm gonna show you how to set up the chase. So the chase is basically 4 parts. The first beginning is literally just getting away from here. It is super easy. Please stop the time.
Yeah,
It won't be moving on, mate. Don't worry about it. So when we go in here, we need to hold up just a little bit. We can't just hold left. We have this little cutscene and we walk all the way to the bottom left of the room. That's where Autogon needs to walk anyway. And you don't need to do anything. Literally just stand here and wait. As soon as Autogon moves over here, you grab this guard. Just go up to him, press square, and then don't let go of square. If he tries to get out, you can just mash square. That's all fine. And as soon as Autogon starts the engine, you mash him entirely so he's done for. And you want to be at this backside tire here. So when you kill the guard, you can just hold up and immediately jump on him. And then what you want to do is be actually entire time in first person by holding triangle and then holding attack. Kill this left guard and then shoot the barrels. And then just move on. Alright, play along.
Oh, why are you down on the floor?
Guard, no keys.
Yeah, that
I
happens.
got him. Let's go.
The problem is you don't have any GME anymore. You don't have any weapons. But don't worry about it.
I
So
can't even grab him.
I got it.
Whatever.
Stay.
yeah, that's all just practice. Don't worry, just go up to him now. There we go. First person, start attacking and just shoot the left guard. That's the important one. If the left guard isn't down, you can't shoot the barrels. That's at least what I noticed the entire time.
Yeah.
And then let's move on to the next part. So, the next one, super easy. It's the first checkpoint. There will be 2 guards and 2 barrels. So, you know what we're gonna do? We blow them up. And in order to prepare that, we need to align ourselves. So we look at the car, hold down the entire time and move to the right. So we're at this corner here, roughly. Then we can let go. And as soon as we reach a checkpoint, we just hold attack. And we're directly on the barrel. Move to the left, shoot the next one. And then look at this pillar basically. And we try to center ourselves right there. And that's the first checkpoint. So just play along. Looks good. Basically the corner needs to be covered from the turret. And then just hold down the attack key. You have infinite ammo. Let it rip.
Damn. Good job,
There you
Snake.
go. You're perfectly on the first barrel. Move over to the second one and then look at this pillar. Fine. And then pause. After the cutscene. There we go. So we just have aligned ourselves with this left side. And that's because the second checkpoint, we need to go from the left guard to the right guard and then the middle guard. The middle guard is all the way in the back. He barely shoots us. And the left one is the closest to us. So that's why we shoot them in this order. Every time when we get shot, we get swung either to the left side or the right side. If we're lucky, we don't get hit at all. So it really depends. Every time when we get hit, it's like 1.5 seconds time lost. Not much to worry about. It's just important that you go left, right, in the middle. So I'm just going to show it once to you and then you immediately get it. For this entire chase, really, I hold down triangle and I actually hold with my right hand basically from top. So I always have triangle held and then just move on. These guards each take 4 hits on easy, so just hold them down. And basically, as I explained, you know, left, right, in the middle.
Yep. Okay.
Oh.
Here they come!
As soon as you turn around, you can let it start shooting.
You gotta clear a path.
Okay, that's the right one.
You did it, Snake!
And the left. There we go. Wonderful. And now we get to Liquid. So Liquid does not have a visible health bar, but he will take only 16 shots to get taken down. We're going through multiple phases, so I try to go through each phase one by one.
Yep.
But the one key rule that is important is if he's able to swing around, which is the first phase where he is free, and the third one, you don't look at him directly. You basically just want to shoot at him when his iframes open up, and then try to follow him a little bit. It's weird to explain, but when you see it with a little bit of explanation, I think you get it. So let's just move on. And then again, I'm holding first person the entire time. Don't go third person. I mean, if you want, you can do that, but I really recommend being in first person.
Yeah.
And I think especially in the beginning, it's worth it to just go first person. And you see he's just swinging left and right every time we look at him. We don't even need to shoot. Right? So the goal is to keep firing the entire time and basically look at him and then follow up. You need to swing a little bit with him. So left and hold right a little bit. Right and hold left a little bit. And now we're already in the next part. I think when you play it a few times, you notice like what's happening.
Yeah.
When you look right at him, he's always swinging away. So that's why I always just keep holding down and then try to follow up with him as much as I can. All right, just playing along.
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet! Liquid!
Yeah, seriously, like, when you try to follow up with him, it's not good. It's worth it just looking away and only look at him really when his iframes open up. And that's basically shortly after he goes up again. He will always lean away and like that. Alright, press 3. Because now we are already in the next part. Not much to explain. I'm still gonna explain a little bit here. So we are in here. We can basically just hold down the entire time. We can try to shoot him. It is also worth it just holding down here and then only shoot when we really need to. We can't move very really. So in this segment, I would again say stay in first person and only shoot when you have readjusted your turret on him. So every time when he bumps into you, you lean away and it's tricky. You can keep on shooting, but you need to be really quickly to be back on him with your aim. So in the beginning, I would really suggest just stop shooting for a moment, readjust yourself, and then shoot again. There we go. And then it's the same phase again, basically. So you can just play along until we change the camera again, and then I'm gonna explain a little bit more. Again, once you understand the basics and do it a few times, you know exactly what you're doing there. Alright, stop. Perfect. And now in this section, it's really key that you hit him once early, and then he actually will continue to move up, so he's actually a little bit in front of you. So you just shoot through the top right, basically. And not really much to say. First person staying on him, just keep on shooting. And then those beams in the middle, they will definitely catch some bullets and distract him from him, and it should be free. And then you're good to go. Once you're aligned with him, you can just hold it here. Don't need to do anything. Right, there we go. This is what I mean, right? Even if you think you're on him in this phase, it can be that the beams will stop him. Alright,
Yeah.
so when you change in this view, it is important that you don't shoot for a moment. When you see we changed to this final phase, you let go of shooting, adjust yourself first, and then initiate the shooting again. It's slightly faster, something that we just found literally this week, I think. And miniature optimization, but definitely worth it. So when you see that the camera changes and he's coming closer to you, let go of shooting, look a little bit further ahead because it will be even further ahead of you, and then I think it's 2 or 3 more shots depending on how well you did beforehand. So that's it. As soon as you can, you probably can even just hold the direction if you're looking well, and then that's it. That's Metal Gear Solid on PC 80%.
Cool. A lot to practice.
How to take it in there.
Yeah, and a lot to take in. Yeah.
As soon as you go into the cutscene, just hold escape. You don't need to do anything, just hold it until the scores go. Yeah, just play along.
Snake, look, daylight.
So, see, it's much further ahead, and then usually he's, you know, like 45-degree angle, and you only had 2 shots on him. Perfect. And now just hold escape, and you will automatically skip the cutscenes and the codex until the score appears. And that's the game.
Cool. That was good.
It's a short run in comparison to many other things, and it's really cool that we can skip the credits here on PC. But there's a lot of technicality to it, I think. And
Yeah.
I think you might agree. It's like a lot.
It's a lot more than MGS2. That's for sure. In terms of like stuff to take in, I don't think there's not that much. I mean, other people might disagree, but
Yeah, that's why I said when I started learning MGS2, I was like, you know what? There isn't much to it. It's stuff I need to practice, of course, and get used to. But from the technical aspects, it's only a handful of tricks, really. So, yeah.
this has a lot more. There's a lot more tricks in this because there's a lot more like out of bounds stuff and things like that. So.
All right. So usually it is custom that the rookie also does his first run now on stream. Are you down for that? Do you have time? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I can do that if you want.
I'm gonna guide you, of course. So don't worry. There's a lot to explain. I know that. I'm gonna guide you on your way.
I have to reload that.
Yeah. Usually we need to restart the game once we finish it once, so that's what we do. We're going quickly to an intermission screen. I'm gonna. Player looks good.
Watch me fail in my run.
And here we are again. Don't worry about it. So, are you still streaming? Are you back again?
Yeah. I just didn't launch my game. My game closed itself for some reason.
Yeah, that's normal. After every time when you play through the game, just close it. Before you do a new attempt, just open it up again. It's really that stupid.
Yeah.
All right. I hope you're ready. Because I gave you an estimate of 50 minutes. I don't know if this will come through. Again, I know this is a lot of to take in, but I'm here. You can ask me anything if you want. Any question? If you're ready. If you're ready, count me down and I'll start the timer for you.
My controllers need to reset.
Yeah, that also happens. When you restart the game, you need to put in the controller again.
Yeah, my controller.
Yeah. It is Metal Gear Solid on a PC, folks. It's just... It is what it is.
That needs shift and all that set.
Yeah, crawl should be shift, not action.
Yeah, weapon needs to be control.
This is why I use first person button. Because if you use your Y key, right, the problem is we have a set now in your controllers that the A and X keys are actually keyboard keys.
Just throw me off. Put them So it's
Don't worry, just use weapon,
on-
and crawl.
yeah, that. That's what I want to do.
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
And then first person. There we go.
In action.
Action. Try if
Circle.
action is working.
Yeah, I had to switch
Button
it.
one,
I
there we
did
go.
have to switch it.
Yeah.
I make sure these inventory.
Yeah.
'Cause
It
these are
can
opposites
be
for
that
some
if you
reason.
close. Yeah, if you close the game, it can be that the launcher will remember it correctly. But it can also happen that it doesn't, and then you need to put up all the weapon keys again.
And then pause.
There we go.
Apply.
Apply, and
There we
next
go.
it. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, then count me down, and you're off to go.
You count me. Count me. That's fine.
Okay, I count you.
Yeah.
So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
This
There we
Trying
go.
to remember
so
this
at the
now.
beginning, don't worry. Just make sure that one of the guards is dead, and then the other one is the only one following you.
Oh, well.
Don't worry about it. Just continue on. You gotta move on. Choke out the right guard if you can, or choke the first one. You can try also to juggle both of them, but I would not recommend it.
Yeah.
As soon as you can, try to choke out one of these, and then you're good to go.
It's getting
There you
lined
go.
up there. That's all.
There you go. Hey, this guard, you can choke him out.
I'll wait for him to stop moving.
It's fine if
There
you
we go.
stand into him, because you choke him out. There we go. And the other one will follow you now, and then just hold left and up, and then go out of his field of view. And now you can really circle around the boxes. Knock once, there we go, to get his attention. And then there we go. And now you just make some noise and throw him basically.
Let him spot me, I guess.
You can also just literally walk towards him and throw him first if it happens like that. It's sometimes easier because when you throw him, he'll get away.
Where'd he go?
There we go. And just wait now, and roughly at the 20 seconds mark, you can just knock, and that will be good. Yeah, you gotta continue knocking after the evade clears. Or you walk into him, that's also fine.
I don't know how many alerts I got right now. I haven't actually paid attention.
Don't worry, I'll let you know. You have time for 2 more.
Where'd he go?
Alright, keep knocking. There you go, and just walk towards him and throw him. That's awesome.
I keep
Although
forgetting
I
because you don't
think-
have to.
Yeah. You should get away now, so try to make some noise here. And then, yep, just go to the right and all the way to the top. So just hit the Blonsky mark, and that's the credit where you want to get moving. All good though. You have 5, and it should be everything you need right now. If you're short, I'll give you a very quick tip how you can get some
Yeah.
extra alerts before you go down. Go a bit to the right. Just a bit to the left, I think. The other way. Did you even knock? Oh, okay, you knocked. Yeah, if you're too close to the corner, you knock basically the air. That's not good.
It's Snake. I'm in their own.
Make sure to grab the chaff and the stone.
I keep pressing the wrong button.
There we go.
Oh, didn't chuck it. No, never mind.
Don't worry,
Chucked it a
don't
little
worry.
bit late.
Delay it a little bit maybe, but that looks all good actually. Not optimal, but again, that's practice. You did it the way you wanted to, that you just bypassed the guy at the vent.
It'll come. It'll come with time. I'll figure it out.
Absolutely, don't worry about it. Maybe watch 1 or 2 runs again.
Yeah, yeah.
With the modern strats, and you'll be like, oh yeah, of course. It is basic, but it's a lot to explain at first why we're doing this, I think. And this is already the part where you're like, okay, I have a break, I have done the first parts, give me a minute and you can breathe. That's really practical.
Yeah.
remember to
That
cook.
might be a bit
Throw
too
against
far.
the box.
I think that's
Yeah,
right
that
on-
didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you can do now is just hide under the tank. You can't use the elevator. You try to get away, or you have to reset. If he sees you, your best backup would be literally to either die or try to hide underneath the tank.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you could also knock at the box.
That's better.
Yes, that's what you want to happen. The joke is actually the cycle would be different anyway right now. But the first time when you go through this is what you need to do. And you have to go down.
Oh, yeah.
And press circle.
Yeah,
not
it's
triangle.
circle that keeps throwing me off.
Yes.
I can't. I just
That's a
can't
good
get
thing
used
I
to it
also
somehow.
run too, so I know what your problems are.
Somehow. I
Alright,
just can't
again,
get used
try
to
to
it.
be on top of this white line. That looks good, yep. And then up to the knees. First person, look up and X.
Oh,
Try again, go back in. Don't worry about it. Like, what you really want to do is you definitely want to keep looking
There we
up
go.
and then quickly press A. Hey,
Yeah.
let's go. And then just go through the door. Once you're practicing there, you walk down, make a quick turn, and then look up and begin the event. Like, it really is just practice, don't worry. There we go, you're waiting, that's good. Thing with this game, what you see is what you get. If you compare what you're doing with the others, a lot can be easy to adapt. Yeah, absolutely. What you see is what you get, and if you know why we're doing those things that we do, you immediately also understand. And yeah, if you would be in software mode here, you would see probably
Yeah.
this little T thingy, and then you would be like,
I'll
yeah,
switch
that's
to
fine.
it once I actually start practicing.
Yeah.
so,
So
for sure.
for those folks wondering, we have said just leave it in hardware mode. It's fine. We're just learning the game, and we just want to make sure that it's running. And as you've already seen, we had issues, technical issues. So
Yeah. It
This
seems
is
like
all
the
good.
the X and square works, just not on that lift for me for whatever reason.
could be.
And
yeah.
it could be because of the program I have to use to redo the
could be.
keybinds. So
Yeah. Who knows? The good thing is it's left control and left shift, so you could maybe just use your pinky finger while having your hand still on the controller, and your right hand could quickly go to 09. Like, there's ways how it could work, or maybe it's just a different program. Who knows?
I'll miss that.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up in there, will ya?
Specifically, don't tell you when to do it because you need to learn it anyway. So
Shut up in there, will
it's
ya?
not that hard. It's the center of the room and the corners, really.
Shut up!
Mm-hmm. Very well.
Shut up in there, will ya?
Kami says, I don't want an MGS remake. I just want a version where the hardware mode isn't slower. Yeah.
That-
Again, all I need is just a port. Just literally give the PS5 an emulator where it runs in.
You win.
There we go. Give up. Frame perfect. Beautiful.
I just mashed the give up button there. Silly budget.
We're speedrunners. We're wimps. We don't take any
Told you
electricity.
we'll stop as I promised. But I'll take the woman in return.
Should just do save
I'll
Meryl.
have my fun with
Make
her.
it even longer.
Meryl.
I hope you can still look at yourself in the mirror, my friend.
Looking
Yeah,
good though.
do I have
All
to
things
punch? Do
considered.
I have to punch here in this spot? Or...
No. I think I just missed to say, but the second time you hear this, really nothing you can do to speed it up. It's
Okay, yeah, you just wait
really
at the door. Or, like you said, work on
Yeah.
it.
You can work on your infinite punch, for example. You know? If you see that it's constantly moving forward, for example, you know you have a good rhythm. Again, it's just tat up, tat up, tat up. Yeah, like getting there. It's better to be too slow than too fast, because if you kick him, it's like, oh no. If you're a bit too slow, you'll notice earlier as well, but you get a feeling for it as you do it. And again, usually, like most people I know of, they take the headphones off to really
Yeah.
only focus on the sound of the button, not on the in-game, because the in-game and the buttons are asynchronous to each other. If you have really practiced a lot of it, like I, for example, I can get it, you know, with headphones on, but it's really distracting. I can recommend, again, downloading the drum track. It has the right speed for you, and you just move along with that. I literally played it in my early runs when I get it down, and then after a week or so, I was like, okay, I think I got it. I didn't, but you know, you get the idea behind this drum
Yeah,
track
yeah.
and the speed. And that's one of the things why people think any percent isn't that much fun to run, because there's so many lengthy sections where you just wait. That's why many want to do all bosses. And that's why we also specifically had earlier this year an all bosses tournament, because there's just more happening. And especially in races, it's better back and forth.
Oh, jeez. He's coming back.
But for a start,
See you
this is
later.
definitely the best waypoint to begin.
Wait.
Yeah, you can either do it like that, or as I mentioned, you look up and then lie down whilst looking up and then turn to the left. But as long as your knee pads are in there, that's all fine. Wait for the door to open.
Yeah.
Wait a second longer if you want to, and then get up, and then you can get immediately to button mashing.
Then I can actually try
Actually-
and choke him.
Yeah. Actually, you maybe want to wait a fraction of a moment so he actually alerts on you as well. So stand up, wait a second, and then go. So you were a little bit too early there, so you don't have an alert.
Yeah, yeah.
But don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna tell you a very quick backup later down. Hold 8 and tap 9.
I was a little bit off there. I need to be.
Yeah, that's a thing that you really just need to practice that. I can tell you that how often I want to. You really need to see it again and practice it over and over again. And the best way to practice is actually when you do it in practice, you leave this room without it, and then make your save outside, and then you go back in again, and then you can do it all over again. You don't need to do the octagon side.
I'm just doing the safe one.
Just throw it now. Or that, yeah. Take your time, yep. Again, you can be super slow, but as long as you don't alert at all, that's also fine. Go back, go back, go back. There we go. And then top right. You have all the time in the world right now, don't worry. That looks good, yep. Alright, there we go. Also, this room, it's a lot of practice. And once you got it, internalized, it's like, oh yeah, I know what I need to do. Especially in the beginning, just go no alert, that's totally fine. You have all the time in the world. There's no guards in your way when you go up again. All perfectly fine.
Oh, ran into the wall.
Whoops.
I couldn't decide which one to do in the armory. I was gonna throw the sun, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna throw the sun.
I guess not, yeah. Again, don't worry, this is your day one. Focus on what you feel like doing first and then react in the moment. And there we go. Didn't blow up at all. I'm proud of you.
Oh, it doesn't like that for some reason. Whatever. I can still have to switch them around. I'll have to sort out those controls.
Yeah. Also, every setup feels like it's a little bit different, so what works for me might not work for you. Literally what we've seen, so. A little bit of tinkering, unfortunately, is also necessary, but at least the game didn't crash.
Yeah,
So that's
true.
good. Well, that was close. You should have waited just a moment, but it's fine, it's fine. Everything's good. Don't worry.
It looked a little bit close as well.
It looked very close, to be honest. You should have gotten an alert, but don't worry. And yes, you don't press up, you don't go. You go down. There's 4 elevators in this entire run, and you only go up once. So you go down first time, you go down second time, you go up once, and then you go down again.
Hopefully I get this right now.
Again, don't worry. Combination is down 1, down right 12, and then maybe just go first person. Perfect. There you go. Not sure if you were looking the right way.
That might be, yeah.
Press triangle twice again.
Oh. Oh no.
Just go out of first person. Don't worry, go out of first person.
Yeah.
Hold down, and then go first person again. So you're literally just aligning to the button and then keep moving forward. You need to tap it twice. Yep.
So I'm gonna be facing.
You're definitely facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, yeah.
Go out of there. There we go. Hold down. Just hold down. And then go back into the first person and then hold up. So you move forward.
I should re. Yeah. I might have to leave out of it.
You're not gonna load a save.
No.
What you can do is just go all the way back in and do it again.
Yeah.
And don't worry, you got time. It's the first time learning. Right. Yeah, well, you were already in God mode, so now you need to activate it again. You can actually move until the door. The door won't let you go through. So that's actually practical. And try again. Right, you wrapped around.
Oh, went the wrong way.
No, there we go. You want to be to the left, basically.
Yeah.
That looks good. Yep, there we go. A bit more. Yep. There we go. Also, this practice. Once you know you're stepping and you're counting, you do it like almost blindly. It's all good.
Oh.
Yeah, you went a little bit too far. Don't worry. Again, you crash the game if you lie down while it's falling down. But if you keep on moving on further, even you notice like, oh, the camera changed. Then you definitely are far enough. And first person. Because you need the first person, so you can use the ladder on top again.
Oh, I went a bit too far then.
Yep, that's fine though. I can really recommend just wait a full snake's length before the door. The door will open. If you delay your cooking just a little bit, you're fine. The problem now is you are not in GME anymore, so you need to quickly do GME. Do the whole thing again. And also first person.
Yeah, I did that already.
Okay, good. Just wanted to say. Yeah, that was happening in the cutscene that plays. You get reset basically. I don't even know why, but yeah, that's why I say start cooking a little bit later after you turned, and then wait a little bit before the door. You get a feeling for that after a few times how close you need to be in order for the door to open. And you are in God mode. Even if the grenade literally explodes in your hands, that's better than walking through the door. You can just wait in front of the door and throw another grenade, and then just wait until it pops. Yeah. Also, this entirely get used to it. In the beginning, you might as well just hold left. Only told you the better version for later down. Here we go. Ideally, you just hold down right, so you have a diagonal line towards the end. But other than that, that was fine. Don't worry about it in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Frame perfect. Just holding L2 to be directly in the middle. Again, like, there's a lot to do, but do them slow in the beginning and do them correct, and then you can speed it up later when you get used to it.
I'm remembering it, at least. That's good.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see that you all still remember. Because it's been a long time since we started. There we go. Now you got lucky. You didn't hold the button left to have something else. That's fine though, don't worry. Just keep on going down. You're already doing well. Just go down.
Yeah.
You have enough health to tank it. Again, comes with practice. But it's really like when you try to go across, you literally need to hold the direction. So when you're on the right side, you need to go all the way to bottom left.
Oh.
First person, or... Yep, there we go. Need a card key.
Oh, yeah. That would help.
That's why after the cutscene... Yeah. That's why after the cutscene we hold L2 and then go G.
Those are just
Again,
the things I need
practice
to
and
remember.
remembering. Yes, exactly. There we go. You need the stinger. There we go. You remember the grenades.
A little bit too far from the door there.
A bit too far. Yep. There you go.
And... Ooh. Well... It's going
Fine,
too
just
far.
walk forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, just walk forward. Now remember, you have the stun, so you go 0, 9, then hold 8, tap 9, and then you walk forward. Do the weapon switching
0,
first, and then
9.
hold forward.
And then...
Take 9, take 9.
There we go.
Yes.
Ah, and then I got...
L1 first. Yeah, you had it already in quick, equipped, don't worry. And there you go. Again, minor things. You get used to those. So that's this one done. GG. Looking good so
Nice.
far.
Oh, I
Yeah, you need to go back again. So to unload the thingies. That's fine. Walk, walk, walk. Now go back. No, you need to have the on. There we go. Crouch, Jimmy. That's fine, no.
What, here? Yeah.
You need to be close to the door so it's open enough. Because
Okay,
if you go
yeah.
Jimmy, it won't open for you. There we go.
Oh. I didn't mean that's not gonna work.
No, no, go back. Go back. Don't worry about it. Go up, wait for the door to close, and then do it again. It's important that you do the glitch correctly. Just walk up to the door, literally up to the door. You can even press yourself against the wall, just stop there, and then go crouch Genie.
There we
Yeah,
go.
again, do it slow, but do it correctly, and then with time, you just do it quicker, quicker. And you know, I'm also doing most of these with the analog controls. You get
Yeah.
there when you get there. And you did remember to go back again, that's good.
I'm just gonna hold X.
Yeah, just do the way that works right now. Right.
Oh,
Good.
I wanna.
Yep, first
Stop
person.
chucking chaps.
First person.
Yeah.
First person.
Whatever.
There you go.
That's right. I chucked 2 chaps.
There you go. Don't worry, don't worry. If you go to Warehouse North, you can also just do the GME again. You don't need to throw a chaff, but it will be 3 frames
Yeah.
slower. Because you need to stand still for a moment. But it's fine, don't worry. It's the first
I
round.
always forget to go first person so you can interact.
Yes.
It's like
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have so many inputs, it's almost like a fighting game. And I
Oh.
think that's why Vermilion and Akuma have such a easy time to adapt to it.
can I
Because
just-
so many moves remind me also like a fighting game.
Oh.
Yeah, and you just use GME too. Lie down on the floor.
Oh.
Just lie down on the floor. It'll fix the camera. There you go. Again, after this elevator, for example, I'll go 0, 9, and I, with just my 3 fingers, and then... Again, practice. Don't worry about it.
like that.
Yep.
There's just me chucking chaffs for no reason.
Just make sure you have at least 1 left, you know, so you have an easy time with the GME.
So I clicked off my danger.
Oops. Yeah, and the cool
Oh.
thing is, now that you learned... Oh, I guess you were not in the thingy.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
And do you need
Usually
to be in
that shouldn't
GM
happen.
2 or 1?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I
the
think it's because I
crouching
just
one.
did 1. That's
Ah.
what it was.
Fair enough. Again, let them learn next time.
Yeah. Oh, I need to be Raven in it. Raven's next.
Mm-hmm. Raving up. I always recommend to unequip the chaff.
Oh,
And if you're unsure, just walk into his line of sight.
I'm a bit too far.
There you go. Yep, a bit.
That's better.
That'll work. Yeah, just throw the grenades when the previous one pops. It's all well.
Yeah, like that. Almost,
Yeah. Again, we have 3 failures to begin. And here also again, do it slow, but do it correctly. That's more important than being fast and accidentally have a mistake. Okay, there you go. So again, you can mash 9 and tap here to open the corner and already have the chaff in your hand before you continue.
Oh,
Up to you.
It's
Yeah.
about now.
apparently it won't let me. Wasn't letting me skip. Why is it doing this?
No escape?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me. Yeah, open up my
There
task
must be
manager.
something in your buffer, right?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. Alright, so remember, going through the door, hold the attack. Oh, there it is, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Okay, yeah, I need to sort that out.
Yes, yes.
I have a feeling it's because we had to use thingy for Xbox. That's all.
Could be. Yeah, I have a feeling that's your setup because I have not seen that happen.
It's fine. I'm getting
I'm
a
not
dual. I'm
losing.
getting a dual sense, so I don't have to worry about that. I know how to use DS4
Nice.
Windows.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm more familiar with DS4 Windows than any of the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah. For the purpose of this one, this is all fine. And yeah, those things, when you miss them, it's like, oh no, 2 seconds lost. But also things you get used to. So remember, there's one around the corner. Mhm. And then on top of Rex at the halfway mark, there's the third one.
Yep.
Snake.
There you go. That was frame perfect, I think.
Yes, that's what we like. Again, you just get used to it. It's fine. You actually don't need to go in first person going down because there's no trigger you need to activate with the action button. You literally just walk into it. That's the beauty of going down. That's why if I don't have enough stunts, when I go down I go Jimmy. And when I go up I press the stun.
Nope. That's, right.
Good
A
stuff,
GME
good stuff.
too, but that
Yeah.
should be fine, right?
That is actually no problem. As long as you go into first person so you can use the action
yeah.
key again. That's the important part. If you're used to
Oh.
it, you start walking down and just walk around him. Yeah, just make sure. Oh, there we go. Yeah, G2 locks your camera in a certain angle, so that was an issue. Whatever.
I'll get used to it. I don't know how many alerts I got though, so
I also didn't show you the backup.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. I guess we'll just deal with it for now.
I think you already had Blast Furnace and other things as extra alerts. If not, we just wing it. Shoot, I should have counted.
We'll see.
Okay, that's low enough. Back to the corner. There you go. That's a
I
Russian.
missed that one.
There was an item line. Oh, you have the bomb. Now you gotta chuck it. But throw in the different direction. Not the direction you walk.
well.
You want to throw it behind. Okay,
I'm
just keep
good.
walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. There's enough time on there, but still. There's one item in the bottom left, okay.
Yeah. I think I
And
might.
then-
If it's not here, I might have missed it, and I think I know where.
Yeah. I don't
no.
think you missed it.
Nope.
Hey,
Got it.
okay.
7.
Ooh, it's not
Wow, I
too
got
bad.
lucky.
I'm not a bad teacher. You were just unlucky, yeah. So that's what we call free time save. So yeah, you want to be to the right of this dirt patch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's the right.
There we go. Fine.
Yes. It's weird. It's like the bottom. There's still a step that you can't get up in this dirt patch. You need to be to the right of it. But then we always remember, have a weapon in your hand, so you're faster. And now, maybe you just want to equip the Palki right now. So you don't forget it.
I got it. I remember. I'll do it like you said, like we practiced.
Yes.
On the rundown, so that it stays like.
Yep.
Might as well do it now and get used to it. The more I do it, the more it'll.
It's
I'll actually
something
just get used to it.
like it's something that's just in your fingers better. The problem is now because in GME you need to be first person, which you did, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go down and then exactly just hold L2 and keep holding down, it just works. And once you're used to it, you get the pound key so quickly on you. It's not basically almost no delay.
Oh. This one.
There we go.
I gotta remember.
Yep.
There we go.
Hey, let's go. Again, you could have held L2 and X to quickly go to this menu, but whatever. Comes with time. And going up is where I usually throw the stuns. Because we have picked them up, we might as well use them. So as soon as you leave the commander room, you can go in and... Yeah, this ladder is the boss fight. It counts.
Yeah. They are
It's
tiny
legitimately-
ladders, to be honest. I don't know why they'd be
Yeah.
this tiny, but... Apparently everybody
even
here's got
ended up
small
in-
feet.
Yes, yes. Like in MGS3, there's maybe the tallest one. But in MGS1, there's the trickiest ones. There we go.
1998 programming. This was way before a lot of standards were
Yeah.
officialized in the industry for certain things, so it's expected.
Alright, you gotta remember you have only one shaft now, so you
Yeah.
want to keep that on and don't want to use it when you're going up again. So I suggest when you go to Warehouse North going back, you quickly go GME and just walk the line. You can also do the same thing moving up as you go down here on the right side. But going up is actually faster if you quickly do the GME first.
I guess I'll just check the card because I don't have any of the other stuff set up. I'll just have to wait and check the card.
Yeah. I can listen in for you, just let you know. That was close.
Yeah, that was. So when I thought that.
So the base is going up now. Strings are coming in.
Yeah.
And then the base is going down again. When then the strings come in. That should be the point. But still check the key just to be sure.
So now. Oh, not yet.
Yeah. It takes a long time when the base goes down.
Now.
And again, you need to wait for the strings to join as well.
Yeah, now.
There we go. Alright. And off you go. Again, with the detail timer, you know exactly what you're doing. I can help you with the setup of the auto splitter, but you know, for the purpose of learning this right now,
Yeah.
that was fine. And yeah, if you're out of chaps, just go GME here and take the right path. I
I
still
should be
think
able to
that's
get the
better
auto
than
splitter to
walking the
work,
long way.
to be honest. I already have it
Yeah,
for MGS2,
absolutely.
so it's not
Yeah, absolutely.
a big deal.
And VAR viewer and everything.
Yeah,
We can do that another day. There's a reason why I have made it a 30-minute video because there's a lot going in there, and but it also does everything in detail. So all in good time.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Mhm.
I already run one of these games. That has no ice player and VAR viewer.
True, true. Sometimes I'm forgetting I'm talking to an expert for another game. So you can definitely teach me a few things for two.
I wish. I'm not that good of a teacher.
Don't worry about it. As long as you're a good student, which you are, you definitely remember a lot from the last 3 hours. There you go. Very well.
Picking it up. I'm picking up the GME better. That's for sure.
Yep, absolutely. I can see that improvement right away.
It's just getting it down more and more, like
Yes.
better and faster. That's
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. It's a muscle memory thing, but don't worry about it. It will settle. Give it a few days.
Yeah. I thought I'd have trouble with doing D-pad in this game, but
Mhm.
it's not
It's
too
the
bad.
game that was made for it, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Really. Like when
I mean,
that's
as
released,
far
I
as
think
I'm,
the
yeah, well,
Yeah.
when I remember like playing it back in the day on PS1, I would use D-pad a lot. So
yeah, that's the thing. The game originally came out. I think there were just no analog sticks yet.
yeah, the controllers
Yeah.
had them, but the game never. I should have GME to. Oh no, I should have stuck to the right, shouldn't I?
Should have stuck to the right half. Exactly. Well, not here. You want to be in the center of the door.
Left.
Go left side. Left side.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the cool thing. You see on the radar if there's a guard coming towards you.
And I still walk towards him.
Yeah, but don't worry. Don't worry. This is your second time walking through here. You're doing great. Absolutely.
GME 2 needs to be done on this point, then. To skip the code.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I need to crouch.
Yeah. And I literally don't even use the controller at this point just to be sure. Like shift, 09 and be done with it.
Yeah. That's just another thing as well. Getting used to keyboard inputs, like
Yeah.
getting used to them so that they become so it's more fluid to switch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm kind of. It's not too bad because I do weird things in MGS2 that other people might not do, like the way I hold my controller, like for the escape scene. Now everybody might do this, or other people might do this, but I claw for the escape. I was clawing for the escape because it's easier for me to hold Y and X with a claw than it is, and then just use D-pad. It just frees my hands up better, personally.
Yeah.
So that's why I do it. But like I do certain things like that in MGS2 as well that other people might not, like just way I hold controllers. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's just like the things you do when you actually know what you're doing there. And the same thing is with MGS1. You pick up patterns. Like using the analog sticks is really something I think is advanced. Learn the run first, learn when to use GME, and then later down the road you can do certain GMEs with the keyboard and certain GMEs with the gamepad.
Oh, that's going to be hard.
Like,
the gamepad
again,
one.
don't worry about it. It all comes with practice and running the game. I'm
I
running
mean,
this game
I
since
assume
February
you
of
can
this
just.
year.
I assume you could just continue doing it with a keyboard if you wanted to, though. Like it doesn't make any.
If you really want to, of course. It's just like certain setups just work better.
Yeah.
When you do it like that, especially in all bosses, certain starts of the fights with the bosses are really better if you're almost frame perfect. Like first frame doing
That makes
things.
sense.
Yeah.
Unless you're
80%
just
not
a
as
god.
much.
Unless you're just godlike and you can do it on keyboard and like frame perfect, I guess.
Yeah. The way usually for me is if I need to move and just do a quick GME, I do it on keyboard.
You need to be.
If I have time.
Need to be where the camera.
Yeah, you want to have the camera change. Yep. Don't worry about the alert. And then to the left of the elevator, just fall down. And then you can literally walk over the lava.
Like grab the stun grenades. Just want to get used to doing that in case there's a reason I need to.
Yeah, again, later going down to the command room, you control those stuns as well. Because it's still faster. You don't need to do any menuing. Up, lie down. There you go. If you have enough stuns, you do it in both directions because it's the one version where you don't need to slow down at all. You just equip the stun with 8 and then throw it. And you don't have any step downs. If you do the weapon switching to silence your footsteps, it's slowing you down a bit. If you do your GME, you need to stand still for a moment. These are frames that we're talking about, but you know, in the grand scheme, if you pick them up anyway,
as you get more comfortable in the game, that's when you start switching to the optimal strats because then you're more comfortable.
And especially higher difficulties, like on extreme, it's just so much easier for her to stun. Don't do anything with the guard, just stun him and walk to the goal.
This is where you need the timer.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I probably can't go, but...
Wait.
Yeah.
You hear the strings? It's atonal. This is your cue. Check the card, and then it should be good.
Yep.
There you go.
I forgot I was in GME.
You need to lie down, yeah. Again, don't worry about it. You know your music cues as soon as you do a few runs. You know, and you of course have the timer open as well. And, you know, it just flows into one thing.
Good practice for Infinite Punch, at least for the rhythm.
Absolutely. Use all the time you have. It's in the cell, on the elevators. We have found no way yet to make them faster, unfortunately. Oh, look at you, already in GME, the correct version, and going first person. Wonderful.
I need to get used to that 09i. I'm just pressing Y on my controller at the moment.
Yeah.
It just takes some getting used to.
On very easy, when we do the dress-up skip, you need to do it with 2, the MP5 and 9, and that's just all across the keywords. Really
I was gonna say.
And also try to go over the keyword that while also, you know, doing other stuff beforehand.
This is one of the reasons why I think I don't know if I'm ever going to attempt very easy on this. Maybe later on, but that's just
maybe, yeah.
Funny enough, like it's very easy by name, and I mean it is easy, but there's a lot more to it. So much more to like do.
I think it's the most complex version of all of the
It
PC
is.
any percent.
I'd say
Because
so.
even
I haven't watched it.
extreme any percent on PC is almost the same. Because you get very early on the PSG one and then have God mode for reasons. And the only problem of extreme is the rappel sequence. Because you get full health for that sequence, but you also get a lot of damage, and so you need to be clean on your movement. But other than that, extreme is almost entirely the same. Fights just take longer because enemies have more
There
health.
we go.
But other than
I got
that,
used
all
to-
good.
That was the right
Yes,
direction.
going through the door and holding it down. There we go. And now you can also stay on the inner side to be as quickly and more direct as possible. And you were never getting the stinger in front of this door that you just passed, because we now grab them just at the blast furnace without any time loss. And you still need one if you're on extreme, because you want to have all the 25 that you can carry.
So you would grab it.
But
then.
other than that, yeah, just grab right in front of the door. This is what we used to do, because again, we didn't know we can go to the
Yeah,
other load zone without a delay. But yeah, I still do it now. That's why I teach it also. This blast furnace version is
I mean,
used on any version.
I
Just to
like
do
learning
all the other
everything.
ways directly.
I like learning.
Yeah, and also
like,
this looks cool.
all the
Like, what are you
methods.
doing? You're standing in front of the lava. That's just visually cool, right?
Yeah. I like learning a lot of the I keep pressing down again. I like learning
Yeah,
a
don't
lot of
worry.
other methods of doing stuff. I did in Endless too.
That's why.
so.
That's also why I showed you different versions of the armory right away, so you know what you can look forward to. There you go.
Oh.
The goal of the rookie session really is, at least from my point of view, that you learn on the basics, and the rest you can pick up by watching other people play or learning other tutorials. But you have the base ground to work off from. And with this session, on easy, you can also scale it up to normal, hard, and extreme.
Yeah.
Hard and extreme is the only thing that you don't have a radar, so you need to know the step count for out of bounds sections. But it's only two really where you need to know.
Yeah.
The vent glitch and on top of tower A.
Oh.
And that you can literally just look up on the wiki.
Oh. That's not the. That's not right. Get out, Snake.
Unequipped.
That's what I wanted to do.
There we go. Yeah, 0.5 would be ideal. That's, for example, the thing I do on analog sticks because I have time anyway. But don't stress yourself in the beginning. You can even do 0, 9, and then 5 in your own time.
Up right.
Up left.
Up left, yeah.
Exactly.
Can't even know
what
my
you're
right
doing
from my
here.
left.
Do as you do, not as you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're standing inside of the circle on the floor. That's when you are close enough.
And you just hold X, like towards the end.
Just
of
hold
the
X to skip it.
I
Exactly.
mean, I guess you could hold it now, but
You can hold it right now. It doesn't matter. And then you skip the cutscene immediately, and then you start walking as soon as possible. And there we go. Good position, 0.5, and off you go. I think you're just a tad bit too close because you see you
Yeah.
hitting him, you know, not with full damage. A little bit waiting. Basically, he swings forth, you shoot. He swings back, you shoot. That's the rhythm really. And just one more, and you're good to go. Not perfect, but definitely very good for your second run. I like it.
let's
And now, good luck.
see if we can get a setup in. I think
Yeah,
I
again,
think the
don't
setup.
worry.
I think I'm fine for the setup relatively now.
Yeah.
Like I know where I need to be standing and things like that. It's getting the
Exactly.
punch right and things like that. So, but I feel like I can
Cross this line.
at least
I would recommend practicing on emulator with save stats because you can then skip the 30-second
faster.
clock. Yeah, but yeah, everything else just fine. Just literally use the load
Yeah.
and give yourself time. It takes days to really get used to it. Or even a little
Yeah.
bit faster. And yeah, you threw him slightly to the bottom. That's fine. Just take it casually now, and then remember when to stop kicking him.
Oh.
Yep. And you get used to that as well, don't worry. If he's in these far corners, this is a distant corner where he's like more centric, but if he's in the far corners, he will evade you, so you just attack him once and run away. Like that, you know. But this is only the first third of his health, so
Actually, I might just.
What's wrong, Snake?
you can, if
I might
he's
just
going all
double
the way in the
punch him.
front, you can try to do it. Yeah, you can try that.
I meant for more like I might just like double punch him to get used to like just doing it in rhythm.
Yes,
Even though
absolutely,
it's not,
absolutely.
Like, even though it's not
For the
even
first
actual-
2/3 you can kick him also, and the last third you definitely only need to punch him. Hey, you saw that.
What's wrong, Snake?
Always when he's in these
Nice
far
shot.
corners.
Okay, now
Then he
he's
will
in
evade you
phase
first.
2.
And now he will be also more aggressive.
Don't wanna
And now
kick
you
him.
should definitely double punch him, kick him, and then get away because he might retaliate. There you go.
There we go. It's
Yep.
getting better.
In the beginning, it looks stupid, but just do the circle. It's absolutely fine. Yep. There we go. Take your time. But not too much. We have a minute only.
Oh, I only got one punch there.
And now he will start kicking as well.
Kick. Oh,
Hurry.
Yep. You can still do it. Don't worry.
Out of time.
Yeah, stop kicking him now, because now it's only double punch. And then do small loops around him.
ah. Well,
Yeah.
might die here.
Yep. Nah, come on. You can do it.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's
Oh
bad.
well. It's fine. It's your second time.
What
Again,
throws
you
me
didn't
off?
have any practice.
What throws me off is the just trying to line up with him to punch him in general. That's all. It's
Yes,
like it's
it
not
is
easy.
tricky.
Yeah, it's definitely not
Yes,
easy.
absolutely.
Ah, a little bit too early there again.
Yep. This is what I mean. Like the setup is almost everything, and the rest is literally
Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
it written. That's why I give the setup also a higher importance than keeping the act written.
Oh, he ducked me.
If he's in the far corner. This he doesn't, and then this he doesn't. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's another
And
thing
now
you
he
keep
will.
saying actually. I should,
You can
if he's
see-
in a corner, you can. Oh, you can do it there. If
Wrong,
he's,
Snake.
Yes,
he's in a
yes.
corner, you can just immediately go into a punch, right? As long as he's. Okay, yeah, that's. I need to look out for that.
Again, practice and getting used to it. Give it a few retries, and you're like, oh, you're doing this thing again. Ah, I know.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
It's
just
all
learning
about
his
experience.
phases, like learning where he.
You're doing much better right now. You're almost at the last third, and even escape this. Look at you. So again, don't worry about it. Just load it a few times, maybe half an hour every day, and you do it in no time.
Yeah. I'm happy with like,
Especially, like, swim
getting the
glitching.
setup the way it is. I feel like
Yes.
I'm getting used
It looks
to
very
that.
good already. Yes, and once you
just-
get the timing right and then keep the rhythm, you're done for.
Yeah.
You do it
Hurry.
in no time.
You're out of
Oh, we escaped it. Good job. This looks very good right now with the time that
Oh,
you have
no.
left. So
Get up.
yeah, don't stress yourself. Just try to double punch him.
Get up.
Like maybe even go out of his way first.
Yeah.
There you go. And now
Oh,
just
ow.
double punch and walk
Well,
away.
that's fine. Whatever. I'm okay with that. Oh, come on.
You're out of
Yeah, he's been like that.
Hurry.
Relax. You have time.
Ah.
You rather want to evade him. You rather want to
Yeah.
evade him than directly attack him. If he's stunning like this, like if he attacks you like this, he will be stunned as well.
Yeah.
Maybe just crouch now because you can't see him.
There we go. That's what I wanted to do.
Even. Yes. One more
Step
time.
away.
You got this. You got 50 seconds. Crouch now. Or like that. And then keep
Oh
your game off.
no!
Oh no! You were this close.
Oh.
All right. Third time's the charm. You can do this.
I will get it.
Yes.
Have
Don't
at
worry
you,
about it.
Snake.
Again, Liquid is very technical, a lot of aspects to him. And remember to tap right once before
Yeah, that's
going
that's.
over.
That, I
didn't
keep
tap.
forgetting. Yeah. I keep running over there.
Yeah, you can do it without it, but in the beginning I really recommend doing like that. And you need to remember, when he's in the first third, he will have his fists down. If he keeps his fists up, he's about to evade you,
Yeah.
walk around you, then kick you off. So in the first third, make
Now
sure
he's in
that he
phase
doesn't have
2.
his fists up.
Oof.
There we go, yep.
Oh my
nice
god.
shot. Good escape, let's go. I would really recommend in this phase just circling like that. That's the faster version. Tap and walk. Don't even kick him. Try to get used to just the
Yeah,
double
yeah.
punches. Tap, tap, wop. Tap, tap, wop. A little bit dirty, but there we go. Yep.
Oh.
You can even wait a little bit. That's the beauty of it. If he punches,
You
he
can
has a
actually,
little bit of
I guess
window
you can
here.
get him into a cycle here with double punches, right?
Yes, and that is basically the casual
backup.
cycle, I would say. It definitely helps you in the beginning also.
Almost like a backup infinite. Without it being infinite.
sort of. Like, look how far you are, and you're still 90 seconds left. That's all
okay.
good right now.
I interrupted him there. I thought he was going to...
You're out of time.
Yep. If he's that far away from you, rather wait for him. If he's moving towards you in small chunks, that's fine. If he's that far away, there you go. He will most likely charge you to close the distance. So now he's walking, he's not charging.
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
You're out of time.
Take your time.
Really?
You have a full minute. You have a full.
Yeah,
you need to only PPK him now on the corner. Try to get him to the border and then PPK him.
Yeah.
Or just throw him now. You not just need to throw him. Wait, even crouch if you need to. You only need to throw him. Oh! Sorry. It was probably just one more hit.
There we go. Done it.
Hey!
Got him,
let's go,
finally.
mate. You got it. I told you, third time's the charm.
That's going to be my biggest thing. But, I mean, that makes
Yes.
sense.
Again, you're doing this the first time today. Don't stress
Yeah.
yourself. I told you all the basics, and now it's just sitting down and doing it over and over again. You definitely know, like after a few times, you know his patterns. There aren't that many, and you know how to deal with them.
I got it. Snake, jump in.
There you go.
Oh.
Yep, forward to the left.
Snake.
The left guard is the one that needs to fall. Yep, there you go. And now remember to align yourself with the right corner. That looks good. Yep, yeah, roughly at that. It's not too tight, you can correct a little bit, but this is roughly where you need to be.
Snake, it's a checkpoint.
Here they come.
That was a little bit off, but not too bad.
Good job,
Absolutely,
Snake.
absolutely. Again, practice and get used to stuff. If you're roughly in this corner also on the pillar, that's good enough. Don't sweat it with the pixie.
Here they come.
Damn, you can't get through. Snake, you gotta clear a path.
There you go, 4 shots for each.
You did
And then
it,
on to
Snake.
liquid, the final boss. For the third time, if we played all bosses.
Yeah.
Because behind is also liquid.
Yeah.
Not yet, Snake.
And you will be sub-hour. I think that's
not
good.
over yet. Liquid.
You remembered a lot from the first time playing, and now just practicing.
Oh, I don't want to do it. Wait
Yeah,
till his
remember-
iframes in it.
Yeah, you need to wait.
There we go. That's
Look
it.
away, and then there we go. Yeah. You get a feeling for that.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the transition where you just are literally behind him. You got 5 shots in, that's good. Only 2 needed here, this first one. Good. Again, rather wait and align yourself first and then shoot. And then you should be moving on, and then it's again like the first one. A little bit slow, but it's fine. And then now it's diagonal to you, and then second to last phase. Try to keep up early with him, and then just hold the direction for the next ones. Yeah, once you align there, it's fine. He will literally drive himself into the bullets, as you can see.
Now stop and then
The final
realign.
phase. Yes, exactly. This little break
There we go.
doesn't look much, but that's it. Just hold escape, you will automatically skip everything, and then we are at score in 14 seconds. Just hold escape.
Yep.
Congratulations, you played through Metal Gear Solid on PC any % easy.
Oh. No, wait.
Keep holding
There we
until
go.
you see the word score. There you go.
Okay.
Hey, let's go.
Oh.
53, 34.
First run.
Absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Only 3 continues. I think this is a very respectable
I'm
first
happy with
run.
that.
If you want, you can post this also now over to SRDC. We will highlight that later, of course. And
Tell you what I will do.
yeah, that will be the session. That will be I'm the Rookie here with Theory and myself, House Test, for Metal Gear Solid PC any %. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, you can just literally escape and then be done with that.
Yeah.
All right, and folks, that will be it. Let's see who else is live, who we can rate. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Theory, did you like the run that you did?
Yeah, that was really fun, and I'm glad that we got to do this, and you taught me at least the underlying basics, and then all the extra bits as well that you did actually throw in. Like the armory strats, it's like you could have just taught me an easier one, but you said like let's do all three, so that I have a choice to choose from instead of like later on going, oh, I feel like more confident in the game now, like I've run it a bit. Now instead of going like, oh, now I need to look up how to do this, it's like I already know, so I can just start doing runs immediately with those
Absolutely,
strats.
that's the thing. You can't even really tell if these are more difficult than the other because every person deals with them differently. Some just prefer no alerts, some others do it like I talked to you the last one where the door stays open, some just go the risky way and take it. So you can never know. We all just, gonna show you the paths that I know that are definitely worth learning, and now you can get down to practice and begin.
Yeah, I will.
Speedy, you already did a no reset run. All right, folks.